On a snowy Saturday night from inside McMorran Arena in downtown Port Huron, Michigan, this is Danbury Hat-Tricks Hockey, and it starts right now on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network. Hello again, everyone. Doug Latuca with you, high above the ice here at McMorran Arena. Game 2 of the weekend set between the second place Danbury Hat-Tricks and the fourth place Port Huron Prowlers. Delighted to have you with us. A wintry mix swirling around outside, but that doesn't keep us away from the hockey. We traveled about 12 hours on the bus to get up here to Port Huron, so we are surely going to play the 2 games scheduled. Game 37 of 56 for the Danbury Hat-Tricks this season. A squad that sits in second place in the Empire Division, 64 points, and scooped up its 20th win of the season last night. A dominant performance in the third period, a game that was very tight through 40. We were scoreless through the first period, just 17 combined shots. The Hat-Tricks had just 8. In the second frame, 4 total goals. The Prowlers started the scoring. Then it was Vadim Frolov and Gleb Bandurkin, about 2 minutes apart from each other, which pushed the Hat-Tricks ahead 2-1. Joel Frazee had tied the game off an awkward carom springing off the end boards. One of the newest Hat-Tricks, Jonathan Wick, tried to go D-to-D to Kyle Gonzalez. It nicked off the backboards, off the backside of Connor McCullum, and over the line. So just 26 seconds left in the second. The game tied at 2. But then the floodgates opened up, and the Hat-Tricks turned on the Jets. 5 unanswered goals in the third period. The game winner belongs to Kyle Gonzalez, a minute 28 into the third period. Just his second goal of the season, and his first one since November 30th here at McMorran Arena. His first game-winning goal of the season. We saw 2 more goals from Vadim Frolov, his first professional hat-trick, and the clincher came with just 3 seconds remaining on the game clock. Blocked a shot near the blue line and darted ahead for the backhand breakaway goal, slipping it inside the right post. Vadim Frolov, as hot as you can be. 9 points in his last 3 games. 5 goals during that span. And he has 8 goals in his last 7 games. Gleb Bandurkin scored in the game as well. Mentioned the shorthanded goal for Bandurkin. He's got 4 goals and 5 assists over his last 3 games, currently riding an 8-game point streak. 9 goals, 10 assists, 19 points. And during that 8-game point stretch, 4 of the contests have been multi-point outings. The third member of that line, Alexander Vasiliev, well, he's also sizzling. Try a 6-game point streak. 12 assists during that span. He had 3 helpers last night. He's got points in 9 of his last 10. 18 points over the last 10 games for the 35-year-old Russian. The newly constructed Ruski line, with the absence of Alexander Gamzatov, Vasiliev is slotted nicely in on the wing with Bandurkin centering. So it was that third period explosion that handed the Hat-Tricks their 7th consecutive win, extended their point streak to 10. They have 28 out of a possible 30 points over their last 10 games, 9-0-1, and they are 3-0 versus the home team, Port Huron Prowlers. All 3 wins coming in this building. Hat-Tricks have dominated the all-time series, losing just 4 times, winning 17, and 1 of those 4 losses coming in regulation. The other 3, the Hat-Tricks at least picked up a point. You've got the pyrotechnic Port Huron Prowlers coming out. with some fire in the black jerseys, hat tricks in the orange. Danbury winning last night in their black jerseys away from home. Hat tricks growing their lead slightly in the Empire Division standings. They're 5 points up on third place Watertown, 7 up on the Prowlers. And for Port Huron, they got leapfrogged by Watertown last night. The Wolves with a victory. The Prowlers, as we mentioned, the loss. Now they're 2 points back of Watertown and sit in third place. 20 points up on fifth place Motor City. The Prowlers have dropped 3 in a row. And now it's time for the anthem here at McMorran Arena in Port Huron, Michigan.
We remind all members of the armed forces and veterans who are present but not in uniform that you may render the military salute. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a special welcome to the voice of the Prowlers, Sarah Dent.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The anthem is in the books, and we are just about ready for hockey. Hat tricks and Prowlers, second game of the weekend set. Danbury 7-2 winners last night thanks to 5 unanswered goals in the third period. Hello again, Hat Tricks fans. Doug Latuca taking you through some Saturday night action from McMorran Arena in downtown Port Huron, Michigan. Snowing outside. Looking for some fireworks on the inside. We had the pyrotechnics as the Prowlers were introduced. Hat tricks hoping to extend their win streak to 8 games and push their point stretch to 11. Danbury trying to sweep the road portion of this season series against the Prowlers. They've already won the first 3 games. Port Huron starts with Reginald Millette, Jamie Bussell, and Tristan Sim up front, with Brett Lockhart and Ben Brockway on defense. It's Reed Cooper in the net, has just 2 starts since December 28th. He was in the SPHL, returned on the 8th of February in a loss to Carolina, only allowed 2 goals on 30 shots. His first start with the Prowlers this season was against the Hat Tricks, 30 for 35 in a losing effort on November 29th. The Hat Tricks starting the Ruskies, Alexander Vasiliev, Gleb Van Durken, and Vadim Frolov. Jonathan Wick and Kyle Gonzalez on defense. Gonzo the game winner yesterday. And it's Connor McCullum between the pipes for the Hat Tricks, making his 28th start. Danbury with the orange jerseys, Port Huron in the black. Hat Tricks looking to push their win streak to 8. They move left to right in the opening period. The puck is down, and we are underway. Right off the bat, Vasiliev dumped in front of the Prowlers bench. And whistle right off the bat. Face-off moves into the Hat Tricks end. Prowlers have dropped 3 in a row. Hat Tricks on a 10-game point streak. Both teams moving in opposite directions in the Empire Division. Hattricks in second with 64 points. Prowlers in fourth with 57. Face-off at the far side dot Hattrick's end. McCullum stands in the cage, defending the left net. Jamie Bussell tried to center, and it was swatted all the way down the ice. Bussell retrieves behind his cage, gallops on right wing, hits Millette near the right side of the blue line, and he'll wheel it in behind the Hattrick's net. Free puck in the left corner. Bedard in there. Frolov as well. Millette wins it for the Prowlers. Storms up the near side, dropping for Johnson. Cross ice. Thelstrom inside for Graham. Knocked off his stick, and Vasiliev settles down for the Hattricks. About a minute into the first period, no score. Danbury and Port Huron. Lavelle shoots in from center. Back to retrieve for the Prowlers is Alex Johnson. The veteran D-man leads his D partner Ludwig Thelstrom through center ice. He's denied near the high slot. Free puck skated into by Noah Robinson for the Hattricks. Possession taken by the Prowlers. Thelstrom crunched along the near side boards by Dylan Hullaby, but Graham for Port Huron leads the break. It's worked back behind the Prowlers net. Johnson near side fires a cross ice pass, received and touched in deeper. Hullaby ladles it off the near side boards, and Zach Pamelayan will flip it in. Chugging the legs through center, Luke James dishes off, gets it back, goes on goal, and a save McCullum. High slot turnaround shot deflected over the cage. Prowlers still out into the offensive zone. 2 minutes gone by first period. No score. Hattricks hoping to sweep the weekend set. LaBelle from behind the net twirls left circle. Onto the blade of Connor Woolley. Outlet pass. Too far for Jacob Ratcliffe. A race for it. No icing. Ratcliffe wins the battle. Centering pass in front. It's free in the slot and wiped away to the far side corner. Ratcliffe, with goals in 4 straight games, scored Danbury's lone power play goal last night. A big hit at the right point. Danbury zone. Spinning down was Kenneth Stiles. Free puck at center. Millette charges in on right wing, far boards. Circles around the net, low left, drops off, taken away by Vadim Frolov, and his outlet pass grazes off the stick of Van Derken. Turnover at center. Frolov fakes the slap shot, takes it wide, shoots, save by Cooper. Danbury keeps it alive. Wick, left point shot, clogged up in the slot. Zipping the other way, Tristan Sim, he's tripped up by Wick, who got back defensively. Danbury gains the offensive line. Van Derken shooting from well out, and Cooper covers. About 3:15 into the first period. We're scoreless. Hattricks and Prowlers. Danbury putting up 7 goals for the second consecutive game. They've scored 24 goals over their last 5. Undefeated in February, 5-0. O-zone draw, Prowlers win it at the far circle. Puck is worked to the near side and knocked ahead by Lucas Lockney. Alston Federley backtracks in his own end for Graham and cross ice. Federley taps it along near the offensive blue line, and it spits onto the stick of Chris Hunt, who's in just his second game as a hat trick, made his debut last night. Puck is fired down the ice, turns in to an icing on the Prowlers, so the faceoff comes all the way back in the Port Huron end. Prowlers and hat-tricks were knotted at 2 through 40 minutes last night. And then the hat-tricks just dominated that third period. Outshot Port Huron 13-6 and outscored them 5-0. Left circle draw. It's Graham and Corey Anderson. Graham, successful for the Prowlers. It's ribbed around to the near side and deflected down into the hat-trick's end. No icing. Prowlers make full changes following the icing. Ratcliffe glued along the far side boards. Prowlers possess. Joel Frazee scored one of the 2 Port Huron goals. Leads James with a wrist shot from the high slot. Gobbled up by McCullum at the top of his crease. McCullum 2 for 2 in the early stages of this one. He was 21 for 23 last night, a .913 save percentage. He's 2-0 against the Prowlers this season. His other start was November 30th, 30 for 32 in that game. This is 28th start. He's 14-9-4 with a .912 save percentage. Face off far circle, hat-tricks win it and glide it into the Prowler zone. Back for it is Ben Brockway for Port Huron. He'll connect with Brian Parsons, who zigzags through center. Millette for Brockway. About 4.5 minutes erased from the first period clock. Van Durkin, slap shot, glove save by Cooper. And it's wiped out to center. Van Durkin quickly into the offensive zone, reared back and fired. And a glove stop from Reed Cooper. Van Durkin zigzags back into the offensive zone, hands off Vasiliev. Half wall, right side. Van Durkin behind the net, centers. LaBelle, left circle. Wrister, deflected on. Kept out by Cooper. Vasiliev went crashing into the end boards. Meanwhile, the puck in the hat-trick's end. 5:10 into the first period. We're scoreless. Hat-tricks in the orange, moving left to right. Prolog dancing in the backhand. Stick save by Cooper. Steers it to the far side corner. Hullaby double-teamed in the corner, but Pamelayan pries it free for Danbury. He runs into Lockney near side boards. Robinson takes it away. It's in the skates. Bouncing around right circle. Fellstrom for Port Huron, and Federley chops it out to center and pays a price. He got crushed by Justin Movalle. Puck was iced as a result. Federley lumberjacked it down the ice. Movalle caught him in a vulnerable spot, went right through the chest and put him on his backside. Fortunate for the Prowlers, we've hit the media timeout. So, a little breather for Port Huron's guys. 5:40 into period one. Scoreless. Hat-tricks and Prowlers on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
Charter Oak Brewing Company is a Connecticut-based craft beers brewery featuring handcrafted and innovative beers such as pale ales, lagers, India pale ales, brown ales, sours, and several seasoned, more robust beers. Pick one up at the Rabbit Hole here at the Danbury Ice Arena. Live pain-free with Danbury Chiropractic and Wellness. From adjustments to holistic treatments, we're here to help you feel your best. Book your appointment today. Wellness is just a call away. Raise a glass to locally crafted spirits at Litchfield Distillery. Handcrafted small batch whiskey, gin, and more. Visit our distillery today and taste the difference. Litchfield Distillery, batch by batch. Keep your business safe with R&R Protective Services. Expert security solutions tailored to your needs. Call us today for reliable protection you can trust. R&R Protective Services, your safety, our priority. Nothing beats an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Refresh your day with the classic taste everyone loves. Coca-Cola Northeast, bringing smiles and refreshment to your community. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena.
Back inside McMorran Arena. Little more than 5 minutes gone by, opening period. Hat-tricks and Prowlers scoreless. Face off in that Prowlers end right circle. One back to Jordan Popoff. He'll slide it down low. Pass to the back. Movalle snapper blocked in the slot. Free puck Robinson for Hullaby. Backhander chopped wide. Hullaby had a backhand shot last night that he flipped over the crossbar. He's talking about it post-game. Had a bit of an open net. And right there, more challenging shot as he was handcuffed and flipped it over the crossbar. Puck ended up trickling in on Reed Cooper, so the face-off right back at that right circle. Same trio up front, same result. Robinson wins the draw. Pop-off wrist shot, redirected wide. Hullaby touches for Movalle left point. His bid blocked as well, but Hullaby keeps it moving along the kick plate near side. Parsons tied up with Zach Pamelayan. Prowlers pry it free. Clear attempt, successful, but only out to center. And it's shot back in by Robinson, who darts to the bench for a change. Replaced by Jacob Ratcliffe, who is playing in his 100th FPHL game. He's just 5 points away from his 100th in his Fed career, all with Danbury. Puck in the near side corner, hat-trick zone. Parsons left point, shoots wide left. Picked up off the carom, Frazee, far side. On the half wall, Frazee chopping at it. Puck spits out to the neutral zone. Woolley gains the line, sidesteps a check, has Ratcliffe to his right. Puck taken away by Stiles and lofted out to center. Hat-trick's gained control. Gonzalez softly slips it into the near side corner. Nearly at his pocket pick, keeps it alive in the offensive zone. Anderson spinning, finds Woolley. Outer ring of the right circle. Centering pass, Ratcliffe collects to the back. Wicks, slap shot pops in the air. Anderson whacking at it. And the Prowlers clear out to center. It's Tristan Sim, outnumbered 1-on-3. He'll send it in and go to the bench for a change. With 12.5 minutes remaining in the first period, scoreless. Shots are 5-2 Danbury. Frolov finds Van Durken streaking right side wrister and a glove save by Cooper. Every time the trio of Vasiliev, Van Durken, and Frolov step on the ice, opponents open their eyes a little bit wider. Van Durken, team leader in goals and points, 21 and 41 respectively. Also a team high plus 21. And you've got the helping hand in Vasiliev with 12 assists over his last 6 games. And Frolov, 9 points in his previous 3. Prowlers win the defensive zone draw. Hat-tricks get possession back, send it in to the Port Huron end. Federally, far side half wall. Johnson storms in on right wing. Pass in front, tipped wide. Johnson pounces on it, left corner. Lost the handle, and it's one-handed Bedard to LaBelle. Danbury out of the zone. Frolov following up, neutral ice, far side boards. It's turned over. Lockney dropping, gets a return from Graham. Lockney behind the net, puts it in front. Tipped away by Van Durken, but the hat-tricks fail to clear. Lockney in the far corner, rims it to the near side. Millette converging with Frolov. It's the second big hit from Frolov in this shift. Puck springs for Vasiliev, who darts on right wing, steps inside the line, and chips and changes. 11:15 on the clock, first period. No score. Bussell spinning in the right corner O-zone, finds Millette with a wrist shot into the chest of McCullum, and no rebound. MC with wins in 6 of his last 7 starts, points in all 7, but decently well rested because Frankie McClendon had started 2 of the 3 games. Coming into the weekend, 2 of the previous 3. 1 against the Venom and 1 against the Dashers. Centering pass, Bussell, a shot, airmailed it over the crossbar. Prowlers working in the O-zone, and Bussell got an opportunity and was off target. Pamelayan, right side of the red line, cross corner dump. Lockhart rims it to the near side, a scrum forward in the right corner, and Jamie Bussell settles things down for the Prowlers. Bussell had a very similar opportunity in the first period last night. Untouched in the slot, and he just missed the net. The former Binghamton Black Bear. Ratcliffe softly for Hullaby on left wing, tried to go through the legs. Stiles detected it, knocked it away. Prowlers take possession. Johnson around the check of Gonzalez. Frazee, left wing, puts it on goal, and McCullum stuck the glove up. Delayed penalty, I believe it's against the Prowlers. They touch up. There was contact with Connor McCullum in the crease, and they get Kenneth Stiles high sticking. So Danbury to the man advantage. Jacob Ratcliffe had the only power play goal on 6 chances yesterday. Danbury, over their last 5, 13 power play goals. They're 13 for their last 29. And during the 7-game win streak, 14 for 31, that's 45%. They rank second in the league, over 25%. Face off at the far side circle. Hat-trick starting with Anderson, Woolley, Hullaby, Ratcliffe, and LaBelle. Prowlers win the draw, scale it down the ice. Prowlers penalty kill checks in 8th in the league, 80.6%. They've allowed the 5th most power play goals in the league this year. Danbury gains the line. LaBelle right point to the far side. Ratcliffe touches for Woolley. Pressed on by Graham, falls to his knees. Loose puck below the goal line. Johnson fails to clear. Right glove of Ratcliffe kept it in. LaBelle right point. Sauce too far for Woolley. He'll sprint after it. A scrum in the far side corner. 3 apiece. Prowlers take it away and blast it down. 1:10 to work with for the Hat-tricks on the man advantage. First power play for either side of the game. And 9:10 left in the opening frame. Gonzalez quarterbacks with the 3 Russians and Robinson. It's slid in. Van Durken chops it to the right point. Gonzalez across Vasiliev. Pass down low, deflected right into the midsection of Cooper. No crumbs. The tip a couple feet away from the crease. And it brings us to a timeout. Hat-trick still with 47 seconds of the power play. When we return, no score, just under 9 minutes remaining in the first period.
Need tickets for your next event? Tixter makes it simple to buy, sell, and manage tickets. Get your Hat-tricks tickets today at Tixter.com because every event starts with the right ticket. Need tools for your next project? Decker Tool Rental HO Pen has everything you need for DIY or professional jobs. Quality tools, expert advice. Rent with confidence at Decker Tool Rental. Cool off with a treat from Twister's Ice Cream Cafe. Delicious ice cream in every flavor imaginable. Stop by Twister's today and treat yourself to something sweet. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Craving wings and good times? Head to TK's American Cafe. With the best wings in town and a fun atmosphere, it's the perfect place to hang out. Visit TK's American Cafe and try the Hat-tricks wings today.
Doug Latuca back with you inside McMorran Arena, Port Huron, Michigan. Second game of the weekend set. Hat-tricks winners 7-2 yesterday over the Prowlers. Still 47 seconds remaining on the Danbury power play, the first for either team. Following the high sticking call on Kenneth Stiles. Face off at the far side circle. Shots are 7-5 Danbury. They wear the orange jerseys and move left to right. They win the draw. Vasiliev walks down the far wall to the back. Gonzalez near side Robinson. And his back pass eludes Gonzalez at the blue line. Back into the Danbury end goes Gonzo, who scored the game-winning goal yesterday. 25 ticks remaining. Van Durken zigzags in, far side, hits the deck. Hat-tricks retain possession. Gonzalez center point, gives off right circle. Robinson shoots off the side of the net. Final 10 of the power play. Vasiliev left point. Straight away Gonzalez, near side Robinson. Pass inside, just missed Van Durken. Power play is over, and Stiles is released from the box. Scoreless hockey game, 8 minutes to go in period 1. Hat-tricks in the midst of a 7-game win streak. Their season long. 28 points in their last 10 games. 28 of a possible 30 during this 10-game point stretch. Corey Anderson chases after the puck in the near side corner. He went face first into the glass, slow to get up. Meanwhile, the puck at center ice. Bedard negates a Prowlers 2-on-1. McCullum dishes far side for LaBelle, and it's filtered around to the near side. Hat-trick zone. Bedard for Ratcliffe, who parks himself behind McCullum. He'll touch on for LaBelle. Hat-tricks cycling near the neutral zone. They come back to LaBelle, and the outlet is for Robinson on left wing through the neutral zone into the offensive end. His centering pass was deflected by Thelstrom for the Prowlers. Hullaby keeps it alive, flutters one wide right. Pamelayan in pursuit for the hat-tricks. Giveaway, Robinson around the net far side. He's double teamed by Johnson of Port Huron. It's whacked around near side, pop off, slips it for Pamelayan. One-hand effort for Robinson. A pry forward in the near corner. It spits out to the blue line, and the lead is for Luke James for Port Huron. Stiles, left circle, puts in front, steered away by McCullum. And the hat-tricks clear the zone. Austin Federley for the Prowlers. Circles the net. Takes the open ice. Dropping off for Lockhart, who shoots in and collides with Mo Valley. Right side of the blue line. Mo Valley with it in front of the net. And he shoots out to center. They play pinball at neutral ice. Glove down by Frolov. Leads the rush. Vasiliev. Back for Van Durkin. He was stood up. Lost the puck. Outlet pass. And Van Durkin, a sliding effort, knocks it away. Hat-tricks control. Frolov near the blue line. Drops Van Durkin at the left circle. He'll give off for Wick at the left point. Hat-tricks keep it in the zone. Vasiliev below the goal line. Shielding. It's one-handed for Graham. His clear attempt kept in. Second effort successful. At the center ice logo, it's Vadim Frolov. We leaked under 5.5 minutes to go in this first period. No score, hat-tricks and Prowlers on a Saturday night from McMorran Arena. Bussell tried to chip in charge. It was clogged up by Gonzalez. Bussell back on it. Flips it for Millette. He's denied near the blue line. Prowlers shoot in. Near side. Ratcliffe's outlet pass through Connor Woolley. And Port Huron has to tag up as Millette was a step ahead of the play. Gives the hat-tricks a free out. Anderson on left wing, sauce pass. Woolley corrals, shoots, stick save. Did not get a lot on the shot. Stiles was right in his hip, lifting his stick. Outlet pass tipped by Sims. So no icing on Port Huron. LaBelle twirling behind the net. Skate to stick Hullaby on right wing, center ice. He'll slip it through for Anderson, who finishes the check, hits Brockport. Brockway up high, and the helmet went flying off. He readjusts as he sits on the bench. Meanwhile, Hullaby on left wing, shielding against Adam Heintzel. Some sticks come up. We play on. Robinson shoots from the left circle, safe. Rebounds free. Pamelayan on the backhand. It's in the crease, covered by Cooper. And after the whistle, some grappling. Hullaby threw James to the side. Scrum in front. And Reed Cooper keeps this game scoreless. Shots 10-6 with 3:56 remaining. Period one and no score. The Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
Your car deserves the best. Crossroads Car Wash keeps your vehicle looking fresh and clean, fast, affordable, and eco-friendly. Stop by today. Crossroads Car Wash, where a clean car is a happy car. Transform your yard with Yard Goats Landscaping. From lawn care to custom designs, we bring your outdoor vision to life. Call Yard Goats today and make your yard the envy of the neighborhood. Looking for a brighter smile? Stony Hill Dental Care offers expert dental services for the whole family. Schedule your appointment today. Stony Hill Dental Care, where your smile comes first. Get the best cuts of meat with Omaha Beef Company. Fresh, premium beef delivered right to your door. Taste the difference with Omaha Beef, where quality is always on the menu. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Need reliable stormwater solutions? Coltech Inc. provides innovative water management systems for residential and commercial properties. Coltech, solutions you can count on, quality you can trust.
We welcome you back inside McMorran Arena, Port Huron, Michigan. Fourth time the Hat-Tricks and Prowlers have squared off this season. Fourth time it's been here at McMorran Arena. Hat-Tricks and Prowlers, including yesterday 5 of Danbury's next 7 games against Port Huron, the 2 this weekend, and then 3 in Danbury over the next couple of weekends. Face off in the Prowlers zone. Port Huron comes away with it, but LaBelle keeps left point. He'll glide it wide of the net. Heinzel on it for the Prowlers. Giveaway in the slot, but it's taken back by Bussell for the Prowlers. Left side of the red line, he'll flip it in. Chase after it. He went headfirst dive, tried to keep it alive. But Danbury takes control. Hullaby on left wing. Runs into Parsons. Loose puck. Left circle, kicked along Pamelayan for Robinson. Right circle, wrister just missed the top right corner. It rims all the way around for Reginald Millette for Port Huron. He'll float it in. McCullum steers it to the near side. It goes through Robinson. He's out at center. Touched it just back inside the Danbury end. A delayed penalty, I believe. Now the whistle blows. A Prowler is down in front of the Hat-Tricks bench, and they're escorting Robinson to the penalty box. It's Tristan Sim who was annihilated by Robinson in front of the Hat-Tricks bench. So Port Huron's power play goes to work. 11th in the league, 19.2%. Hat-Tricks penalty kill was a perfect 4 for 4 yesterday. They're 15 for their last 16, which is just under 94%. And in their last 11 games, 51 for 60, 85%. Hat-Tricks win the face-off and clap it down. It was Gleb Van Durken who scored a shorthanded goal yesterday, which gave the Hat-Tricks their first lead. Danbury's penalty kill 11th in the league, 76.6%. Prowlers camp out in the zone. Bussell left point, return for Millette went through him. Stiles, low to high, Millette. Left point to the far side. Back to Bussell, left circle. Millette, center point for Bussell. All the way across, Lockhart for Bussell. Slap shot, blocker saved by McCullum. Springs to the near side corner. A scrum for it. Prowlers keep it alive. 2 minutes to go in the period. 1 minute left on the power play. Millette emerges from the left corner. Gives off. Frazee around the net to the far side. Angles for Lockhart. Center point. Wrist shot. Deflected out of play. So a D-zone draw coming for the Hat-Tricks. 47 seconds to go on this Port Huron power play. Roughing the call on Noah Robinson at 16:57. Hat-Tricks penalty killers. Anderson and Ratcliffe up front with LaBelle and Bedard. Prowlers control off the face-off. Skittering puck goes by Johnson at the right point. And the Prowlers forced to go 200 feet. Johnson from right to left. Leads Federley on left wing. Storms into the zone. Pass down low. Return for Federley. Left point. Sauce for Graham. Return Federley center point. We'll backtrack. Hand off for Johnson. Federley winds. Fakes the shot. Dances near the blue line. Graham left circle. Pass all the way through. Johnson at the right circle. Power play is over. Lockney centers. Taken away by Anderson. He's off to the races. Leads Robinson. Up the right side with under a minute to go. Robinson outnumbered in the zone. He gets crunched by Graham behind the net. And Port Huron settles things down. Federley skying it through center ice. Tapped along by LaBelle for Robinson. Pocket picked by James. swatted around. Love down by Bedard. The lead, Pamelaine, off the skate of Hullaby. Right point offensive zone. Hullaby for the hat tricks. Around the net to the far side. LaBelle slip shot, glove save by Cooper. Both teams make changes. Under 25 ticks to go in period one. Hat-trick send out Hunt, Woolley, and Ratcliffe with LaBelle and Bedard. It's LaBelle on his forehand at the left point. Woolley and Bussell for the draw, far circle. Woolley wins, LaBelle wrist shot, score! Top shelf, Josh LaBelle, a wrister. And with 20 seconds to go in the first period, the hat-trick strike first. Woolley won the face-off clean. A drag from LaBelle. And a snipe to the top right corner. And Danbury steps in front 1-0. Last night, the opening frame ended 0-0. Hat-trick's had just 8 shots. Bedard at center ice. Trickles one on goal. Cooper gloves it easily. And then after the whistle, Bedard and Bussell shoving and exchanging words. 5.8 on the clock. Josh LaBelle, his 7th goal of the season. Now 16 points in his last 8 games, 4 goals. Right circle draw, maybe one last shot. It's LaBelle at the right point. Bedard, the righty, is on his forehand near center point. Woolley won the face-off clean to LaBelle on the goal. Can he do it again here? A scrum for it. Ratcliffe shoots high and wide. Rims around. Horn sounds. 20 minutes in the books here at McMorran Arena in Port Huron. Hat-tricks break the ice. Josh LaBelle, goal number 7 on the season. Connor Woolley with the assist. Right off the face-off. He had 2 helpers yesterday. He's got 23 assists this campaign, rather 17 assists now this campaign, 24 points for the 3rd-year hat-trick. And he's got 6 points now against Port Huron through 3 games and a period. He had 3 goals the first weekend Danbury was here. He scored the first goal that Reed Cooper has allowed in a Prowlers uniform. He gave the puck away behind the net and Woolley snapped it home. Shots after 1, 12-7 hat-tricks, and they lead 1-0 thanks to Josh LaBelle's wrist shot from the left point with just 21 seconds remaining in the opening period. Hat-tricks entered tonight with the 2nd most goals for in the FPHL, 156. Just behind the Binghamton Black Bears. They average 4.3 goals per game. The Prowlers averaging 3.4 per game. Danbury gets 1 on the board. Tonight, after these teams finished the opening 20 yesterday scoreless. It is Pucks and Pups night here at McMorran Arena. I believe there is a intermission dog race, so we will certainly stay locked on that and then kick it over to Hat-Tricks Weekly. Hat-Tricks, when they lead after the first period, are 10-1-1. A Danbury team, winners of 7 in a row and 3 straight on the road. Also an interesting note, and this is mostly due to the point streak that the Danbury Hat-Tricks are on, which is up to 10 games. Danbury has won 7 consecutive games decided by 3 or more goals. They're 12-4 this season. Last night fit right in that category, the 7-2 win. Looks like we've got a decent showing. I think 4 or 5 dogs out there for this race. We've seen some barking. Wonder if the Prowlers cat is going to get involved. Mitz is the Prowlers mascot. Does not look like he's going to get involved in this one.
1, 2, 3,
And they're off. Looks like it's a runaway. From start to finish. The brown dog on the far side, the winner. Wow. Shot out of a cannon. Oh, there we go. We got one dog who decided to participate a little bit late. Now they've curled back. That's enough.
Beautiful winner.
Wow.
Let's give it up to Ruby and this sweet little guy.
We've got dogs running wild
I want to say hey to the crowd.
on the left portion of the ice, skittering around.
Period, yeah.
Lots of fun.
Be sure to
Pucks
give
and
Ruby
Pups
some love.
night
See her around tonight.
at McMorran Arena. Supposed to turn into blizzard-like conditions a little bit later on. But inside, plenty of hockey still to be played. Just to give you a couple of more notes on Danbury this year, Hat-Tricks on Saturday nights are 12-2-2, 5-0-2 away from the Danbury Ice Arena, and they're even better at home. They're 7-2 in Danbury. Saturday's typically the second game of a weekend series, so that could tell you a couple things. Hat-Tricks a little more comfortable with the opponent, or they've got their backs up against the wall, which was the case quite often early in the season. Hat-Tricks had stumbled in that game 1 on Friday and then picked up the pace on Saturday. Hat-Tricks this season are 3-2-3 on the road on Friday nights. And a lot of those losses came early on in the season. Mention the Hat-Tricks on a 3-game road win streak. Zamboni hits the ice. 20 minutes are gone here in Michigan, and the Hat-Tricks have the only goal. Josh LaBelle, a quick release from the left point. Reed Cooper didn't see it all the way, and it was placed perfectly over his left shoulder into the top right corner. And that's where we stand. 1-0 Danbury, 12-7 the shots in favor of the Hat-Tricks as they go for their 8th consecutive win. Fans enjoying themselves here at McMorran Arena. We will step out and then rejoin you for period 2. In the meantime, here's Hat-Tricks Weekly with Wyatt Kopelman and General Manager Matt Voidy.
The 6-game win streak is here for the Danbury Hat-Tricks. It's their season-long, and they also have a season-long 9-game point streak as well as they go off to Port Huron, Michigan this weekend to take on the Port Huron Prowlers at the beginning of a 3-game road trip. With Matt Voidy, the general manager of the Hat-Tricks, I'm Wyatt Kopelman. This is episode 16 of Hat-Tricks Weekly right here inside the Ax-Tricks Lounge. Matt, as I said, the win streak, it goes on right now, and it seems like spirits are high around the locker room. What has it been like to see your team get this number of points at this point in the season?
Well, I mean, it's been great. Obviously, I mean, it's it took us a while to get to this point. I think it's just, when you get to this point, it's not like, okay, sit back, relax. It's okay. What's the next thing, And I think the next thing is to keep it going and to keep our guard up and to keep vigilant against, bad habits coming into our game or just kind of having the wrong mental approach or not having a sharp mental approach day to day.
You mentioned just having that sharp approach and what it takes to play 60 minutes of hockey, not letting the guard down. It was the 9th come-from-behind victory on Saturday against the Dashers Hockey Club after the team had trailed 1-0 in the first 4 minutes. What kind of energy and drive did you see from your team to make those 6 goals unanswered happen?
Well, I think they were able to mentally turn themselves around. I think, to be perfectly honest, we took them a little bit lightly and, it showed. They went up 2-0 pretty quick. We came back, we tied it up, and then we ran away with it. But, that's kind of what I was just talking about is where we have to be a little more mentally consistent, game to game, shift to shift, and not take things for granted. I think we're a really good team. I think sometimes our confidence just bites us in the where.
Sometimes it happens, and right now this is the time to, of course, make sure that's consistent going into games, especially with 20 of them left in the regular season. This team has vaulted ahead of Watertown and Port Huron for second in the Empire Division. But as you look at this week in practice, what's the energy levels like? What's the team looking to improve on next going into Port this weekend?
Well, I think, we're playing a pretty good opponent in Port. I mean, they had some tight games with Danville. That said, we have to go in there understanding, okay, we're in second place right now. I think it's 4 points. 4 points ahead. There's still 2.5 months left. These are 6 points. It's not win and, maybe a tie on Saturday or some kind of weird split. It's those are 6 points. They're ours. We're taking them. And we're on to the next weekend. And I think just having that mentality, and it's, look, we've had 10-game win streaks in this organization and long win streaks in this organization, and it's how you manage them. And, you have to be able to mentally stay even, mentally stay balanced, and stay humble, throughout that process.
How are you assessing the way your team's playing once you go back on film and you're looking over areas to consistently improve upon as you face these tougher opponents now?
I think our neutral zone needs to be a little bit tighter. I think just being a little more willing to defend. It's easy sometimes when, we're playing a team that maybe isn't quite as talented and, we're just kind of like, okay, whatever. And kind of getting away from that mentality, not letting that leak into our minds, into our game. I think continually, getting the puck in, getting physical on the forecheck, a little more net front presence, a little more generating and manufacturing goals, not just off the rush or off the power play, but, 5-on-5 off our zone entries.
You mentioned the importance of building on net front presence, still trying to build upon a couple other things as well. When you look at this team and where it was 6 weeks ago, albeit it didn't have everybody on its roster now compared to now, what are some of the things that stand out to you about the way it's improved in its aspects?
I think mentally we've gotten stronger. I think we're maturing. Like I said, in some earlier interviews, we have some young guys. And I think we have some guys that they've been on some winning teams and they've cruised. And I think, when you have that, yes, you have a winning experience, but you also have kind of, okay, we can be on cruise control. And the cruise control just has to get ripped out. And I think, we took some things for granted. I think when we went to Blue Ridge, we took them for granted, and it really bit us hard, and I think we've learned some lessons from that.
How have you noticed the veteran leaders in this locker room? I talked to Corey Anderson last week. A couple other guys I've spoken with throughout the season. How have you noticed them sort of steer the ship and make sure that the team is disciplined and, of course, stays on track mentally going into weekends?
Well, I think, backing up your words with actions. Anyone can go in there and say whatever, but it's then what you do on the ice. And Corey's a pretty good example. He's been one of our better forwards. I think, a week ago against Hudson Valley on that Sunday, like he he really picked us up when we needed it. He's a guy who does walk his, he walks his talk, and I think a lot of our leaders do. I think all of our leaders do, and I think that's a strength of our team.
On the power play during this win streak, this team is 13 for 25, and it seems like the game against HC Venom, I believe the team had 6 power play goals during that game. I mean, how encouraging is it to see the power play starting to improve in the right direction?
I just think sometimes with the power play, it's, especially this point in the season, it's just a little bit of confidence. I think all power plays at all levels, they ebb and flow sometimes, and sometimes you just need a little bounce here or, a big game like that there to kind of get it going and to get some rhythm and flow. And, it's one of those things I think sometimes you can overthink it or over-focus on it, and it's really just more about feel and confidence and trusting your unit.
And as you say, the importance of confidence and trust as well, I wanted to ask you about the line of Corey Anderson and what he's done, particularly on that line as well. Noah Robinson has been great on that line. What are some of the things that you see that's helping this team really benefit from the scoring chances they've had?
So you mean Dirks, Ando, and...
Yes, Dirk, Ando, and Frollo.
I think that line is it's a heavy line. Fro's really starting to become comfortable with that power forward position. Corey already was. And Gleb is a playmaker, and Gleb can do some heavy work too. And I think it's a very difficult line to defend. I don't think it's a flashy line, but you don't need to be, nowadays, especially in this league. I mean, they've got good hockey IQ. They're physical. They make plays at the line. The pucks are going in for them now, and hopefully we can see more. With Robo's line, with Hully, and I think we had ZP centering them last week, and with Billy being out, I think that line is, again, it's kind of more of the same. Power forward with some skill. They're willing to go to the net. They're creating off of kind of innocent chips into the zone, which is exactly what I was talking about when we talked about manufacturing chances. When you play against the better teams in the league, it's you're not going to have 20 feet of ice open. You got to make little plays off the wall, pick up the puck, be physical on the forecheck, and both those lines are really, really doing an excellent job of that.
And I also wanted to just follow up on one thing you had said with just not having a ton of room to generate scoring chances. With Dylan Hullaby, I believe it was on Saturday, he was in that Kreider-Wright circle. He had 2 black jerseys around him. What can be said about the talent that he has individually? He had 2 goals for the first time in a hat-tricks uniform.
I mean, he's just strong. He's not even like just tall. I mean, he's thick. He's a big body, and he's a really good skater. He's got really good feet for a guy his size, and he's strong on his stick. I mean, he's a tough guy to defend, because even when you think you have him, he's got some reach, or he's got some power in his lower body, and next thing you know, the puck's going in, or he's tipping a puck in, or he's running you over to take the puck away from you.
He's tall. He's a 6'6" winger, for those who may have not caught a hat-tricks game yet this season. A native of Columbia, Maryland. He came over from a trade via Monroe, and he's been with Noah Robinson as well. It seems like it's been a great relationship for them to play on the ice and share a lot of time. How do you think that kind of relationship and the chemistry they have benefits the team dog days of the season now?
I think, when you see guys who can be consistent with that style of play and that type of play, it feeds into guys. Maybe it's not like a rah-rah moment, but it's like, oh, they're doing it. Okay, let me do that now. It just, you start to kind of feed off of each other regardless of your spot in the team. If you're in the lineup and you're playing and, you make plays, the rest of the team's going to feed off of that. If you don't make plays, sometimes, the rest of the team's going to feed off of that too. So those 2 guys just being consistent in that physical style of play and keeping things simple and manufacturing chances, it filters into the rest of the lineup.
And then you'd also mentioned Billy Barry being on the IR for now. He's been out of the usual role he's had this season. Chase Harwell also just went on the IR. How adaptive do you think everybody has been into just playing with different guys on their lines?
I think pretty good. I think we have a pretty deep group. I don't think there's anyone that has well, I'm a right wing kind of mentality, and it's all next man up. We have enough guys in there with championship history to understand. Hey, like, you're not going to have your top horses every game in, game out, and this is just a chance for us to be better, and for that next man up mentality.
Speaking of which, next man up mentality, it's been important for this team. When you consider the penalty kill, looks like it's continuing to get better. I believe it was 0 for 4, 2 straight games last weekend. And now you look into taking on a Port Huron team that you haven't faced since the final weekend of November. How important do you think penalty kill will be against a team that is hosting this Hat Tricks club on the road?
Well, I think specialty teams are huge no matter what. I mean, maybe early in the season, not as much, but now we got 2.5 months left of the season. It's all going to be specialty teams. That can turn a game on its ear pretty fast. Especially a penalty kill, it keeps the other team from getting momentum. You can be playing kind of a rough game. Maybe they get 3 straight penalties, but if you kill them off, it's an even game. And it kind of feeds into your...
We welcome you back inside McMorran Arena in downtown Port Huron, Michigan. Just about ready to press play on period number 2, Hat Tricks and Prowlers. Hello again, everyone. Doug Latuca with you. After 1 period, Josh LaBelle has the game's only goal.
Comes into our house and pushes us around.
At 19:39, just 21 ticks remaining in the opening frame. And Josh LaBelle securing his 7th goal of the season. Mentioned 16 points in his last 8 games. Now tied with Gleb Van Durken with a plus 21 rating. Tops on the team. Teams flip sides. Hat Tricks from right to left. Jamie Bussell beats Gleb Van Durken on the faceoff. And let's do it. In the middle period, Luke James into the offensive zone for the Prowlers. Takes it wide far side. Dropped a pass off. It was intercepted. And it's pounded out to center. Fellstrom for the Prowlers. They gave it away. Vasiliev on right wing. Fumbles the puck. Van Durken spinning in the far corner. And it's Sauce for Fellstrom, who leads Bussell through center ice. Bussell for James below the goal line. Return Bussell left corner. Millette, the righty on his forehand, opens up far side boards. Now with the left point, drags the puck out of the zone. Prowlers tag up. James went down. He's back to his skates as Lockhart was turned aside at the blue line. Hat Tricks from right to left in the O-zone. Robinson on goal, pad save, puck still in the crease, free. Robinson with a backhand swept towards the goal, and Cooper covers with some traffic in front. .105 erased. Second period. Face off at the left circle. Prowlers end. Reed Cooper, 13 for 14 for Port Huron, defending the left net. A tie-up off the face-off. Puck squirts to the left point. Robinson at the high slot, whacked out to center, just escaped the line, and Bedard feathers it back in. And now a fight at center ice. Punches exchange. Robinson getting some rights. Robinson wins it easily. Turned into a wrestling match in the end. Trying to identify the Prowler. It was Adam Heinzel. The Hat Tricks and Heinzel with some history. It was Heinzel and I believe Zach Pamelayan last year who dropped the mitts off the opening faceoff to start a game. And Robinson has been bubbling since the start. Was not happy with a couple of plays from yesterday's 7-2 Danbury win. He demolished a Prowler in front of the Hat-Tricks bench in the first period, and now he gets a dance partner in Adam Heinzel. Both sit in the penalty box. Hat-Tricks doubling up the Prowlers in shots, 14-7. We've played 1:18 in the middle frame. And it is 5-on-5, just 5 minutes each for fighting. Face off of the far dot just outside the Hat-Tricks zone. Prowlers shoot it in, collected federally. Right boards, wheeled around, Lockney. And federally for the Prowlers, behind the net, LaBelle. Swatting at it, lifts the stick of federally. Hamalain fails to clear. Graham dropping off to the right point. Federally a slap shot, handled by McCullum. The rebound kicked out as well by McCullum. The shot from the left point. Parsons ladles down low. Millette shielding the puck, throws middle, intercepted by Pamelayan, and he shovels it through center into the Prowlers' end. Back for it, Alex Johnson. A little more than 2 minutes into the second period. 1-0 Hat-Tricks. A first period goal from Josh LaBelle. Just 21 seconds remaining in the first period. And we've had a fight practically right off the bat to get things going in the second. 1:18, Robinson and Heinzel in the sin bin. Millette walks in on the left side, closed down by Popoff. Stiles lost the handle. Hat-Tricks shoot it down, and it turns into an icing on Danbury. Bring the face-off into the Hat-Tricks end. Danbury in the orange jerseys tonight. They wore black yesterday. Corey Anderson reappearing from the locker room. Looks like he's all right, rejoining his teammates on the bench. Hat-Tricks trying to make it a perfect 4-0 in the road portion of this season series. Hat-Tricks won 2 in November, and last night 7-2, thanks to 5 unanswered goals in the third period. Hat-Tricks off the D-zone draw. Punch it into the Prowlers' end. Loose puck left corner. Thelstrom for Port Huron. Leads Bussell, who charges right up the middle. Steps over the blue line. Flips it in behind the net. Bussell stapled to the end boards by Popoff. Puck squirts free federally. Backhand pass in front, chopped wide by James. Hat-Tricks take possession. The outlet just out of the reach of Frolov. He got a piece, so no icing. And he goes for a change. A whistle blew.
Fans, we'd love for all pucks to be shots on goal, but unfortunately, it's just not going to happen. We've watched the puck flying out of play. They will confess.
I believe they just called icing on the Hat-Tricks. If it wasn't icing, then maybe behind the play, the net was off behind McCullum. But the face-off is at the right circle, Hat-Tricks zone. Now 3.5 minutes melted off this second period clock. Popoff controls for Danbury off the draw. Vasiliev fires a pass through center. Pinballs around, and Frolov pushes it deeper into Port Huron territory. Back for it is Lockhart. Goes to his D partner. Parsons flips and charges after it. Puck went up on the backside of the net, and the whistle blows. Sets up a face-off. Hat-Tricks, one of the hottest teams in the league. They currently hold the third longest winning streak currently in the FPHL. The Black Bears have won 12 in a row. The Thunderbirds in Carolina, 9 straight wins. And also the Athens Rock Lobsters with 7 straight wins. same as the Hat-Tricks. Danbury with points in 10 in a row, 28 of a possible 30. Millette, right corner after the Prowlers won the offensive zone draw. Gonzalez comes up with the free puck, then lost it centering pass. Millette scores! Left all alone in front, Reginald Millette picks the top right corner and ties the game at 1. .407 into period 2, and the Prowlers score their first goal of the game, their third this weekend, and it's the equalizer. It was Port Huron who struck first last night. The goal coming in the second period. Hat-Tricks took a 2-1 lead. Then it was tied at 2 going into the third. Hat-Tricks rattling off 5 straight goals to win it 7-2. Here tonight, the Hat-Tricks getting on the board first. Late stages opening frame. And now Millette has tied the game with his 13th goal of the season. 29th point. Puck is skied in on Cooper, and he'll glove it down with the left mitt. Millette has the second most goals on the Prowlers. He'd gone back-to-back games without a point, but prior to that, had 4 points in his previous 2. Referees have just sent 2 players to the penalty box, 1 on each side. Bedard is in there for the Hat-Tricks. Believe roughing on Bedard. And Luke James, I believe, for the Prowlers. So 4-on-4, Hat-Tricks win an O-zone draw, and the shot from LaBelle tipped out of play. So we'll do it again from that right circle. Unsportsmanlike conduct on both Bedard and James. 4-on-4 hockey in a tie game. Hullaby and Bussell on the face-off. Prowlers come away with it. Lockhart behind the net emerges, leads Millette on right wing near boards. Cross-ice pass taken away by LaBelle. Leads Hullaby on right wing, wrist shot blocked. Pamelayan follow for Hullaby. Stuff tried tonight. Rebound on the backhand save as well. LaBelle point shot blocked in front. Pamelayan for Hullaby, swatted away at the top of the key. It's Pamelayan shooting at the top of the slot, and he ripped it wide. Crazy sequence in front. Hullaby and Pamelayan each with a couple of cracks at it. LaBelle found himself open with some room and let it go, but it got clogged up before reaching Cooper. Here's Millette, high slot drag, shoots, deflected wide off the leg of LaBelle. Still a minute to go in this 4-on-4. 5.5 played in the second period, 1-1. Millette, the Prowlers' goal scorer, at the left point, surveys, up top, Fellstrom back for Millette. He's stationary, lets one go. It's blocked by Movelli. Back into the Prowlers' end. Reed Cooper gives off for Fellstrom. 6 minutes into the second period. Still 35 ticks on the 4-on-4. Game tied up on Millette's goal at 4:07. Dancing in Lockney, couldn't get the shot off, had his pocket picked. Frolov left the puck behind, trying to storm out of the zone. Free puck below the goal line, pitchforked by Popoff to the near side, Van Durkin. Lead pass, looking for Frolov. Hat-Tricks have to touch up. Would have been offside if they touched the puck. So Lockney up the far side boards. And a collision behind the Hat-Tricks net, and here we go. Pushing and shoving, the whistle blows. Some gloves are off. Lockney and Anderson have a hold of each other. And now more shoving behind the net. Frolov throwing some rights over the top. And now a takedown, watch out. Frolov's head hit the ice. as he ripped down a Prowler. It was a late decision to fight. That was Matt Graham. Prolov is all right. And now, 2 more players are ready to drop him. It's Popoff and Brockway. Uppercuts from Popoff, pounding the face of Brockway. They're still going. Not very fierce punches from Popoff. Brockway gets free a bit. Popoff ties him up, goes to a knee. Refs step in. So 2 smaller fights at the start of the sequence, and then Popoff and Brockway go at it after a brief deliberation. So, now we've got Frolov chop the stick out of Parsons' hand along the near side boards. He goes tumbling down. Oh my goodness! Frolov, a lumberjack, one hand chopped the stick out of Parsons' hands. Now the fans getting into it, pointing at the Hat-Tricks bench. It's a very interesting setup here at McMorran Arena, where the fans are almost elevated over the benches. Wow. And now, some of the Hat-Tricks players are calling on the fans. Bring them on, they're saying. The security has come over and is handling the situation. Security came over, looked at the fan, and this a diehard fan. He's been at every game this season between the Hat-Tricks and Prowlers. He sits as close to the Hat-Tricks bench that you can be while still being on Port Huron side. Refs are still chatting. Security has been called up and they are trying to settle down the situation. It's not quite a 102 scenario, but at a point it becomes enough. Some of the Hat-Tricks were incensed, both on the bench and during that scrum that had about 3 fights in it. And that's where we stand, just waiting for the outcome of the penalties. .13:27 remaining in the second period. We're knotted up at 1. The referees are having an extended, the referees are having an extended conversation, and as is the security here. About 5-6 of them are huddled together. As I mentioned, it's a bit of a strange spot where the fans are up above the benches. They're about a foot up. And then there's plexiglass separating the fans and the players. Looks like the referee, the security guards telling the fans to stay seated. There is a sign on the plexiglass that reads "No standing." We're still waiting for the calls. We will step out. 1-1. Prowlers have tied the game here in the second period. Penalties to come. 13:27 remaining in a 1-1 game right here on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
Need custom signs or graphics? Vision Designs brings your vision to life with quality printing and design services. Call Vision Designs today for all your custom printing needs. Need a plumber you can trust? Hope Plumbing offers fast, reliable service for all your plumbing needs. From repairs to installations, we've got you covered. Hope Plumbing, where your home is our priority. Hungry for a steak? Come to Texas Roadhouse for hand-cut steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, and more. Visit Texas Roadhouse today, where great food and great times come together. Drive in style with Todd Maserati, offering the latest Maserati models and top-quality service. Visit Todd Maserati today for the luxury car experience you've been waiting for. Raise a glass at Reverie Brewing Company, locally brewed craft beer in a variety of styles. Visit our tap room today and sip on something special. Reverie Brewing, where beer meets imagination. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena.
Doug Latuca back with you inside McMorran Arena, Port Huron, Michigan. The second game of this weekend set, and the fourth of 7 in the season series. Hat-tricks have taken the first 3, including last night, 7-2. The final score on the backs of 5 consecutive third-period goals. We are still in a stoppage following the multiple fights during a post-whistle scrum. The referee's still sorting through things. If you're just joining us, shots are 16-10 Danbury. The Hat-tricks broke through first, and it came late in the opening period. Just 21 seconds remaining. LaBelle on a shot from the left point beat Cooper over the left shoulder into the top right corner. That right off the clean face-off win from Connor Woolley. But the Prowlers have answered in this period. At 4:07, it was Reginald Millette, who goes by Reggie. His 13th goal this season. He is second on the Prowlers, assisted by Matt Graham and Lucas Lockney. Graham now with 4 points in his last 5 games, 3 assists during that span. And Lockney also heating up, his 3rd point in the last 4. Just purely on the scoreboard, it shows 2 minutes on the board for the Hat-tricks. So, if I had to guess, that would be a Prowlers power play. Now, there's just one player on each team in the penalty box. If we rewind a bit to the whole scenario, you'd assume the 6 players that got into fights, 3 on each side, will get 5 for fighting, and then Frolov will most likely get the extra 2 for slashing or roughing, as he hacked a Prowler almost right in front of the Port Huron bench. Penalties are still trickling into the system, but it's 5-on-4 Prowlers power play. 1-1 game, 13:27 to go in the middle period. Face off at the far dot outside the Hat-tricks end. They defend the right side of the ice in period 2. Stiles shoots in, it ramps off a stick, trickles on goal, and it's gloved by McCullum. Forces the defensive zone face-off, and 11 seconds have melted off the power play for the Prowlers. Face-off at the right circle. It's Corey Anderson for the Hat-tricks and Jamie Bussell for the Prowlers. Bussell wins for Frazee, dishes off far side Parsons. He'll angle off the boards. Bussell gathers in, lost it to Anderson, who cranks it off the far side glass and all the way down.
Port Huron penalties, number 51, Matt Graham, 5 minutes for fighting. And number 13,
Lockhart behind the Prowlers net. Time still ticking on this power play. Now 1:20 to work with. Millette, the Prowlers goal scorer, zigzags into the O-zone left side. Curls at the left circle, back pass hit off a leg, right to Bussell. His stick lifted, Vasiliev swipes it down the ice. 1:10 remaining on the power play. We approach 12 and a half minutes left in this second period, 1-1 the score. Prowlers with the puck behind the net. Lockney maneuvers through center, chips and charges, greets it in the right side corner. It's whacked out to the right point. Federley dancing, passes across for Johnson. He'll hold, stick check from Vasiliev, and he whacks it out to center. Here's Van Durken, he scored a shorty last night. Van Durken, right side, pass inside, the shot stopped by Cooper. Bedard, the defenseman, joined the play late, and a one-time bid denied by Cooper. This game remains 1-1. Still 15 seconds to go on the Prowlers power play. Federley gains the blue line right side, rims it around, and it hops the stick of Lockney and trickles back into Port Huron's end. Power play is over. Turnover near side. Anderson for the hat trick. Shoots, it's blocked. Anderson centers, and that was blocked as well by Lockhart. Hissed off the far side glass. Frazee shovels in. Mo Valley for the hat tricks, whacks it near side. Bussell slips it back below the goal line. Mo Valley tries the other side, and he's successful in finding Gonzalez, who streaks on right wing, handing off for Ratcliffe, back for Gonzalez. He got rubbed out of the play, never had the puck. We play on, 5-on-5, 11 minutes left in this second period. 1-1 game, hat-tricks and Prowlers. Danbury going for its 8th straight win. Hullaby, left wing, near boards. Shielding, Millette off the puck. Down low, Hunt taps for Pamelayan. Low left, centering try, knocked away, Frazee. Stolen, Hunt centering pass. Pops in the air, Wick on it, left corner. The defenseman circles around the net. Pass to the right point, wrist shot, flutters wide right, off the stick of Bedard. Prowlers clear the zone. Wick fanned on an outlet pass, but it eventually gets to Bedard, who gallops over the red line and rainbows it into the near side corner. Thelstrom lost it for the Prowlers. Hullaby took it away, then Federley picked his pocket. James, right wing O-zone, shoots high and wide. It wheels around, it's kicked along. Robinson starts the engines through center. Heavy back check, offside called. James in the pocket of Robinson, slowed him up a little bit, and it turned in to an offsides. Mid-period media timeout. We are tied at 1 at 9:53 to go in this second period. I'll read you the penalties that have finally come into the live stats when we return on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
Stay warm this winter with Mitchell Oil. Reliable heating oil delivery and expert service to keep your home comfortable. Call Mitchell Oil today for quality service you can trust. Treat yourself at Peach Wave of Bethel. Fresh frozen yogurt with endless topping combinations. Visit today and create your perfect dessert. Peach Wave, where the possibilities are sweet. Building something special? Kellogg Hardwood Lumber has the finest kiln-dried hardwood lumber for all your projects. From flooring to furniture, we have what you need. Visit Kellogg Hardwood Lumber today. From sports injuries to joint pain, Ortho Connecticut has you covered. Expert orthopedic care for every body. Call today to schedule your consultation. Ortho Connecticut, where movement matters. Looking for reliable waste management solutions? Oak Ridge provides efficient, eco-friendly waste and recycling services for businesses and homes. Call Oak Ridge today and simplify your waste disposal. Looking for the perfect place to work on your golf game? Head to Golf Ranch in Brookfield. With a covered driving range, lessons for all skill levels, and a fun 18-hole mini golf course, there's something for everyone. Get ready to tee off at Golf Ranch in Brookfield.
We've sorted the penalties here at McMorran Arena. Tied at 1, Hat-Tricks and Prowlers in the final game of this weekend set, just past the midway point of the middle frame. All the penalties occurring at 6:33. There was roughing on Jordan Popoff. He was also assessed. The penalty was served by Chris Hunt. And if I heard it correctly over the public address, he was given a game misconduct. You have Vadim Frolov and Matt Graham, 5 minutes for fighting, and then Ben Brockway and Vadim Frolov continuing an altercation. That is a game misconduct. I'm not exactly sure why Hunt would serve the pop-off penalty if there was no game misconduct associated with it. I'm looking for pop-off on the Hat-Tricks bench. Most of the orange jerseys are seated. We will let you know if he enters back in. 9:45 to play, second period, 1-1 game. Federally pries it free in the right corner offensive zone. Back for Thelstrom. His shot whistles wide left. Scooped up Hullaby, chops it off the far side boards, kept moving along the kick plate into Port Huron territory. Thelstrom shielding Robinson off the puck. James zigzags in right side, outer ring of the right circle. He'll angle to the far side, Styles for Port Huron. Punched back in. LaBelle rims it around near side. Millette and Pamelayan engage. 2 orange jerseys, 2 black. LaBelle, the third orange uni, comes over and takes the puck. Exactly 9 minutes to go in the second period. 1-1 the score. LaBelle with Danbury's goal late in the first period, and Millette with the Prowlers goal about 4 minutes in to this period. Woolley darts through center ice. He throws it in, retrieves his own puck. Anderson, turnaround shot from the left side, was knocked away. Millette into the offensive zone for the Prowlers. Hands off Bucell. Low right. Centering pass. Kicked out with the right pad by McCullum. Millette keeps it in. Bucell forfeits possession. And Bedard reorganizes in the right corner. He'll skate through center on left wing. Pitchfork it into the far side corner. Heinzel dropping off for Bucell. He's turned back, double teamed. Spins out of trouble. It's banked out to center, and Van Durken on it for Danbury. Finds Gonzalez. His lead pass tipped in. Federally chugging the legs. On right wing near side boards. Puck taken away by Van Durken. Vasiliev looking for Van Durken. It's knocked around at center. Eventually does find Van Durken. Right wing, it's Chris Hunt on the backhand. In front, pinballs around. Left point, LaBelle. Shot pass through Hunt. Vasiliev, right corner. Wick winds it around. LaBelle pinching from the left point. Chopped out by Federally for the Prowlers. A tie-up in front. Vasiliev took a punch, and now they're going to go. Vasiliev engaged. They're in the Prowlers' crease. It's Vasiliev throwing rights with Parsons. They grab each other. Vasiliev works free. Uppercuts from Parsons. Vasiliev goes down on his back, throwing Parsons down as well. Vasiliev said enough is enough already, as he was taking a cross check, a swipe to the face, and then Vasiliev decided to take matters into his own hands. Got a couple of licks in on Brian Parsons, and they'll both sit 5 minutes for fighting. So as we have some time with the referees chatting, we'll go back and give you those penalties that occurred at 6:33. So it was roughing on Popoff, served by Hunt. You had the fighting between Graham and Frolov, and then the continuing an altercation, Frolov and Brockway. That resulted in the power play for the Prowlers, unsuccessful. And now you've got Parsons and Vasiliev, 5 minutes for fighting at 12:37. Well, Port Huron must be frustrated after yesterday. Lost by 5 goals in a game that was tied 2-2 entering the third period. Vadim Frolov had scored His third goal of the game, his first professional hat trick with just 3 seconds remaining in the contest. Danbury's 7th goal. And tempers boiling over into game 2 of the weekend. So it's 5-on-5 hockey. Prowlers win the center ice, face off, and shoot into the hat trick's end. Shots are 17-11 Danbury, 1-1 game. Millette at the right point, fakes the shot, then lets one go, steered aside McCullum. Johnson pinching from the left point. Dropping off for Graham, Prowlers surging in the O-zone. Spinning in the far side corner, it's Lockney. Dishes Millette left point, walks down the wall. Millette looking for Graham, tipped away by Hullaby, and out to center ice. Johnson retrieves for the Prowlers. Lead pass for Graham. He finds a trailer in Felstrom. He'll sidestep the Bedard check. Felstrom all the way around for Luke James. At the right half wall, filters below the goal line. Millette surging. Had his pocket picked by Bedard. Clear attempt, knocked down. A shot blocked, and there goes Pamelayan from right to left. Hullaby left wing wrist shot into the midsection of Cooper, and no rebound. More extracurriculars after the whistle. Refs step in right away. And it was Pamelayan and Heinzel who were chatting. Face off at the left circle with 6:17 to play. Middle frame, 1-1. Van Durken and Bussell. Bussell prevails for the Prowlers. Heinzel slaps it around the far side. James tapping for Federley through center. On left wing, twirling to the backhand, fluttered one wide left. The righty went to the backhand on the left wing. Didn't get a lot on the shot and missed wide. Van Durken dances through center, puts one on. Pad save by Cooper. A tie-up, James and Van Durken in front of the Danbury bench. Meanwhile, the Prowlers with it at neutral ice. Federley, backhand sauce, bouncing puck. Mo Valley chops at it, beats Bussell to it, and Van Durken moves it along to the far side. The clear attempt kept in, but Danbury's Kyle Gonzalez with some time to operate. Mo Valley's outlet pass right up the seam, looking for Woolley. It was tipped away by the Prowlers. Johnson for Bussell in his own zone. Bussell for Millette right off the bench. Wrist shot, stopped by McCullum. Clamped down the left arm, and then had some words for Millette after. "60 penalty minutes thus far in this game. 31 for the hat-tricks, 29 for the Prowlers, with about 5 minutes to go. Period 2. It was a bit chippy yesterday, but nothing like tonight. Right circle draw, hat-trick's end. Graham and Pamelayan, ZP wins it back for LaBelle. The outlet, trampolined off the skate of Hullaby. It's whacked at the right point. Felstrom, pass down low, too hot to handle for Lockney. He eventually gets to it, leaves for Graham. The centering pass, wrist shot from Johnson, and a glove save by McCullum at the top of his crease. Alex Johnson found an open spot in the high slot, and right into the catching mitt of Connor McCullum, who is 14 for 15 so far tonight. 1-1 game, under 5 to play, second period, right here on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
Hat-Tricks fans, are you hungry? Carol Luzzi's Markets has the best sub shop and the best selection of chef-prepared meals for easy dinners. Carol Luzzi's is your one-stop supermarket for all your grocery needs and so much more. Craving something sweet? Crumble Cookies in Danbury has the freshest, warmest cookies around. With new flavors every week, there's always a reason to treat yourself. Visit Crumble today. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Hey Hat-Tricks fans, for a comfortable stay with great amenities, the only choice is the La Quinta by Wyndham in Danbury. Ask for the Hat-Tricks friends and family rate. You can't beat it. La Quinta. Get back to feeling your best with Hat City Physical Therapy. Personalized care for every body and every injury. Call today to start your recovery. Hat City Physical Therapy. Your health is our focus. Fairfield County Bank is the official bank of the Danbury Hat-Tricks. It's where the Hat-Tricks bank and the tellers wear the Danbury Hat-Tricks top hat. Fairfield County Bank is the hometown bank of the Danbury Hat-Tricks and are proud to support their hometown team.
Doug Latuca back with you high above the playing surface at McMorran Arena in downtown Port Huron, Michigan, inside the Mike Emmerich broadcasting booth. Probably the best hockey broadcaster of all time. 1-1 game, 4:57 to go in the second period. Face off at the far circle hat-trick zone. It's Anderson and Graham. A tie-up. It's punched into the far corner, and Bedard swirls out of trouble on the backhand, leads Woolley on left wing. Slipped ahead for Ratcliffe, who shovels in. Johnson pressured by Woolley. Loose puck kicked along. Fellstrom for Port Huron. A wander right through center, untouched. Finds Johnson, left side of the blue line. He'll wheel it all the way around. Prowlers forced to tag up. They do, as they shoot it back into the left corner. Millette, glued to the glass by Mo Valley. Leaving off for Lockney. Filtered left point, moved quickly right point. Lockhart shoots into the midsection of McCullum. No second chance opportunity there. McCullum has looked sharp. Faced 16 shots. He's made 15 saves. Reed Cooper in the other net. 18 for 19. McCullum this season 2-0 against the Prowlers in 2 starts. It's been brilliant, allowing 2 goals in both of those games. Off the face-off, a wrist shot. Off the mask down, and McCullum covers. A quick release right off the draw from the right circle. Might have stunned McCullum, but he says no. As for Cooper, his Prowlers debut was against the Hat-Tricks. On the 29th of November, he allowed 5 goals in a losing effort. Tonight, much more steady, and his numbers very solid this year. A .297 goals against, a .912 save percentage. Prowlers win another O-zone draw. Lockhart right point, slip shot blocked by a sliding Robinson, who was down on 2 knees. Puck was in the Prowlers' end. Hullaby ended up hooking Adam Heinzel, and he is not pleased with the call. Stick did get in the midsection of Heinzel, ended up twirling around like a ballerina, and Port Huron to the man advantage with 3:50 to play. Second frame. Face off at the far side circle. Hullaby is in the penalty box for hooking. Port Huron listed as 0 for 6 with the man up today. Low to high pass. It's Bussell, outer ring, left circle. Walks up the half wall, gives to the back. Lockhart to the near side, Millette. Crisscrosses with Lockhart, center point, Millette shoots, tipped wide left. A race for it. Bussell beats Anderson. Millette walks the line, on goal, right pad save by McCullum. Bussell guarding the puck, slips it for Frazee, has 3 goals in 3 games against the Hat-Tricks. Played a couple of games early last year with Danbury. Bussell, the righty, opens up for Millette, give and go. Bussell left point. He drags, finds Millette, right point, cross ice Frazee, shoots, and a blocker save by McCullum. Springs to the far corner. LaBelle throwing his body weight around. Clear attempt, kept in by a kneeling Bussell, left point. Winds up, gives off Frazee. Bussell, center point. Back for Bussell. He looks, drags, shot pass, ramps off a stick into the netting. 53 ticks on the penalty. Both teams make changes. Hat-Tricks send out Van Durken and Woolley with Mo Valley and Gonzalez. Prowlers with Graham, Lockney, James, Johnson, and Federley. Draw at the near circle. Graham for the Prowlers, Van Durken for the Hat-Tricks. Shots are even at 19. Gonzalez off the draw, hammers it around to the far side and back into the Prowlers' end. Final 40 seconds with the man advantage for Port Huron. Lucas Lockney enters the zone right side. He'll shovel it around to the far corner. Gonzalez tied up with James. Free puck, Van Durken prying for it. He's double teamed, and it spits to the point. Johnson for Graham, far boards. Low left, James centering pass, deflected. Van Durken could not clear, he went down to one knee. Federley, low right, Lockney. For Federley, slap shot, whistles wide. Johnson a follow-up, blocker save, free puck swept that they score! The loose puck found Lucas Lockney at the right circle. He was all alone. There was a scrum off to his left, and the puck spit right to him, and the lefty pulled and ripped it inside the right post, and the Prowlers have a 2-1 lead. Lockney's 9th goal of the season and his 2nd point of the game. Off the center ice face-off, a giveaway. Robinson on left wing punches it into the Prowlers and bouncing puck at the blue line. Still technically onside for Danbury. Prowlers possess far side boards. It's cranked off the far wall and down for an icing on Port Huron. Prowlers with their first lead of the game, their 2nd lead of the weekend. Lucas Lockney with the goal.
Number 22, Luke James.
O-zone draw for Danbury at the far circle. Danbury wins, pass to the back. Bedard shot engulfed by Cooper. Right into the breadbasket. Heitzel and Pamelayan jawing at each other.
Johnson, 18-15 in 2nd period.
Prowlers making changes. They're still having a conversation. Now Heitzel back to the bench. Robinson with Hullaby and Pamelayan. Right point is Bedard. Straight away is LaBelle. The goal, Lockney from James and Johnson at 18-16. Even strength goal. Prowlers come away with the puck off the faceoff. They clear the zone out to center. LaBelle near boards. Onto the tape of Pamelayan. Back for LaBelle across Bedard. Through center. Touchdown by Robinson. Hoping for Hullaby. They gave it away. And it's Skitter's on goal. McCullum tapping it for Bedard. LaBelle, blind pass intercepted in the slot. The drop to the right point, Lockhart. He shoots, blocker save. Free puck far side, Federley. At the left point, rims it down low. Lockney, the big lefty in the right corner for Federley. On goal, stick save McCullum. Graham for Johnson. Lockney left circle. Snapper save. Free puck. Spits out. Johnson scores. With just 25 seconds remaining in the period, Federley got a piece in the slot. The Prowlers have their largest lead of the weekend. It's 3-1. Oh, a tough bounce and a tough break for Connor McCullum. It was the shot from Johnson at the ring of the right circle, which deflected off of the captain, Austin Federley, and into the back of the net. Prowlers have scored 3 unanswered goals here in the middle period and lead 3-1, potentially sparked by that one post-whistle scrum with 2-3 fights. Shot from the right point, glove down by McCullum. So a defensive zone faceoff with just 12 seconds remaining. Looked like it gave the Prowlers some life. Hat-tricks were barking at some of the fans, seated right behind the bench. And a couple of unlucky bounces for the Hat-tricks here in the period have led to back-to-back goals to put Port Huron in the lead. Hat-tricks win the D-zone draw, but Federley corrals. He gave it away. Hunt shoots and a kick save. Rebound Vasiliev in front on goal, and Cooper loves it. That's it. It almost redirected off a Prowler in front. Hunt had the first chance. Stopped with the right pad by Cooper, and then Vasiliev shot one off a Prowler. It plopped down, and Cooper put the glove right on top of it. That was all after the giveaway. So an unfortunate final 5 minutes for the Danbury Hat-tricks. In the game, they've surrendered 3 unanswered goals. The most recent one federally on the deflection following the Johnson shot. Graham gets an assist as well. Lockney gave the Prowlers a 2-1 lead at 18-16. And then the Prowlers' third goal coming a minute and 14 seconds later. Rather, a minute. Both teams go to the locker room, and some more intermission activities going on here in Port Huron. It was a goal a minute and 19 seconds later from Federley. So back-to-back to give the Prowlers a 2-1 lead and then extend the advantage to 2 goals. Again, it was just 2 net mouth scrambles and a couple of Prowlers breaking free. And the puck clanked right to him. First goal from Lockney. He was wide open on the right circle, and McCullum trying to slide from right to left. And it was a laser to the back of the net. And then Federley got a piece on the Johnson shot, which was uncontested from a very similar spot from the Lockney goal. Maybe a couple of feet closer to the blue line. But the Hat-tricks enter the third period down 2-1. And their win streak in jeopardy. Hat-tricks this season, when they trail after the second period, are 1-10-1. The one victory coming in a shootout.
Thank you, Austin. Prowlers fans, you know what time it is. It's time for
So the Prowlers do a bit of chuck-a-puck here at McMorran Arena in Port Huron. Pucks come flying in. Worth mentioning, the Hat-tricks have had their fair share of opportunities, 22 shots on goal. Not as opportunistic as yesterday. The game got very physical in that second period, and it looked like it benefited the Prowlers a bit. And again, it was just a willingness to go to the dirty areas for Port Huron that resulted in their most recent 2 goals. And the Prowlers, the most penalized team in the FPHL coming in to this game. Hat-tricks tied for the second fewest penalty minutes this year. But if we take a look at the numbers The Hat-Tricks have been penalized a bit more here tonight than the Prowlers. 43 penalty minutes for the Hat-Tricks, Prowlers with 29. Teams are a combined 0 for 12 with the man up. Danbury is 0 for 5. And the Prowlers win their first period of the weekend. A big one. 3 unanswered goals, and they lead 3-1 over this Hat-Tricks team. The Prowlers, they've lost 3 in a row. Yesterday, 7-2 to the Hat-Tricks, and then they got swept by Carolina last weekend. They are 6-3-1 in their last 10. But the Hat-Tricks have been playing some of their best hockey of the year. They're 7 points up on the Prowlers for second place in the division. 9-0-1 in their last 10. And as we've mentioned all night, 7 straight wins. Now this is just really the start of what's to come between the Hat-Tricks and the Prowlers. If you go back to Friday, 5 of Danbury's 7 games starting on Friday are against the Prowlers. Twice here at McMorran Arena, and then 3 times in Danbury, with a couple of games at Watertown sprinkled in. Hat-Tricks will be in Watertown Friday night, return home to play the Prowlers on Saturday, and then back up to Watertown for an afternoon contest with the Wolves again. The following weekend, on the 28th and the 1st, 2 games at home for the Hat-Tricks against the Prowlers, as the Empire Division standings could look a lot different in a couple of weekends. Mostly divisional opponents for Danbury the rest of the way. The only continental team they face is Mississippi on April 4th and 5th. And a reminder to fans, Hat-Tricks and Dreams Vacations are giving away a free trip, 2 tickets to Biloxi, Mississippi to see the Hat-Tricks play the Mississippi Seawolves. Hockey right on the beach, but you have to attend the game next Saturday. That's against these Prowlers, the 22nd. If you use code TRIP when you purchase your ticket through Tixer, it will automatically make you eligible to win the free trip. Important to note, season ticket holders, if you are interested, you can email herm@danburyhattricks.com to put yourself in the running. And you must attend the game on Saturday to be considered a winner for the upcoming trip to Biloxi. A few other big promotions upcoming. It's Teacher Appreciation Night, number 2 on this season. Had such a great turnout and incredible feedback from the first one that we've decided to do it again. That also is Saturday night against the Prowlers. You can check out all the details on our website under the Fan Central tab, and then you'll see a Teacher Appreciation tab once you tap on promotional nights. Also, a couple of other cool promotions upcoming for this Hat-Trick squad. Our Valentine's Day pizza party auction is underway. The event is Wednesday, the 19th, from 6 to 8 at Van's Bar Style Pizza, attached to La Quinta. The auction, though, closes on Monday at noon. So, secure a date with one of your favorite players during our Valentine's Day pizza party auction. Again, Wednesday night from 6 to 8, but get your bids in before Monday at noon to get involved. We fast forward to the following weekend on the 28th. mentioned Danbury playing Port Huron again. 2 home games, but on that Friday, if you are a New Milford resident, it is New Milford Best Town USA Hockey Night. We'd like to hear from you. Submit some of the people in New Milford you deem as a champion, someone who is involved in the community and deserves to be honored during that special night. Residents and workers of New Milford, use the code New Milford when you purchase your tickets through Tixer for a special rate of $10. That is for Friday night, the 28th, along with Financial Industry Appreciation Night, which is sponsored by Fairfield County Bank. And that night, it's also Administrative Assistant Appreciation Night. The La Quinta Inns and Suites is the partner with us on that night. Didn't mention the Teacher Appreciation Night partner. That is Chick-fil-A Brookfield and Danbury Fair Mall. So all that information you can find under Fan Central Promotional Nights, and all the information is right there for the taking. The final nugget I want to touch on before we step out for a couple of moments before the third period gets underway is the Danbury Hat Tricks inaugural Scramble Golf outing. It's at Candlewood Valley Country Club on Tuesday, April 8th. You have plenty of time to plan, call out of work. This will be a special event. Players will be at the course. You can request a player join your foursome. There will be a lunch and an auction starting at around 2 p.m. following the golf, with some memorabilia, both hat tricks and other teams as well. So a big opportunity. Come out, enjoy the day. And if you don't want to golf, you can pay $50 for lunch, be involved in the auction, talk with the players, get some signatures, some photographs. Should be an exciting day at Candlewood Valley Country Club. Closest to the hole, longest drive, putting competitions, all of that and more on Tuesday, April 8th. And for our sponsors who are watching here tonight, or anybody who would like a T sign, you can contact us. You can sign up right on our website. Again, Fan Central's where you want to be, folks. There's a tab dedicated right to an inaugural Scramble Golf outing. Sign yourself up to play some golf. If you don't want to play golf, then you can just purchase a ticket for lunch. We are looking forward to spring taking over and us getting out on the golf course. Hat Tricks are down by 2 goals to the Prowlers after 2 periods of play. And while we have a moment, let's hear from Shrink Wrappers of Connecticut. Protect your investments with Shrink Wrappers of Connecticut. Whether it's outdoor furniture, boats, or your outdoor kitchen, we've got you covered. Literally, at Shrink Wrappers of Connecticut, we specialize in expert shrink wrapping to safeguard your valuable items from harsh weather, dirt, and damage. We wrap anything. No job is too big or too small. We're your trusted local choice for professional shrink wrapping services. Call us today at 203-791-9317 and let us help you protect what matters most. Shrink Wrappers of Connecticut. We wrap it, you relax. The Hat-Tricks with their back up against the wall. Do they have a third period comeback in them? Back inside McMorran Ice Arena in downtown Port Huron, Michigan. Doug Latuca with you on the Hat-Trick Digital Network. We thank you for joining us in the second game of the weekend set. Prowlers with 3 unanswered goals, all coming in the second period. They outscored the Hat-Tricks 3-0 in that middle frame. Millette at 4:07, Lockney at 18:16, and then Federley on a deflection at 19:35. Prowlers with their largest lead of the weekend, and Danbury looking for just its second victory when trailing heading into the third period. They are 1-10-1, and that win came past regulation. Hat-Tricks victorious in 3 consecutive road games. They've won 7 in a row, which is a season long, and their point streak is up to 10 games, 28 of a possible 30 during that span. Trying to stay perfect against the Prowlers this year. They're 3-0 with the win last night. These teams seeing a lot of each other over the next couple of weekends. This just the table setter for what's to come. It's been a chippy game between both of these teams. The Hat-Tricks fell forward a little bit in that second period. And now it's go time. Hat-Tricks in the orange, Prowlers in the black. Danbury shoots at the right net. It is Van Durken and Bussell face off at center ice to get things started in the third period. And here we go. Hat-Tricks win the draw. Jonathan Wick turned back in his own zone. Puck handcuffs Kyle Gonzalez for the Hat-Tricks. Loose puck left corner. Swept at Johnson. Left point shoots. Blocker saved by McCullum. Spits to the near side corner. Hits off an awkward portion of the boards and out for Van Durken. He settles down on left wing. Steps over the red line. 25 seconds into the third period. Luke James tips the puck off a player on the Hat-Tricks bench. So, 32 ticks in to period 3. And the face-off right back at the center ice logo. Matt Graham and Corey Anderson square up. Anderson joined by Woolley and Ratcliffe up front. And whack away at it. And Lockney darts in on right wing for the Prowlers. Backhander fought off. Puck is touched back down below the goal line. Lockney low to high. Heinzel to the far side. It's rim to the left corner. Graham punches it for Heinzel. Rims down low. Stuff try. Stick save by McCullum. He poke checked it off the blade of Federley. Woolley soars it through center, and it turns into an icing on the Hat-Tricks. Third period, just 1 minute and 2 seconds old. Hat-Tricks haven't scored since 1939 of the first period. That 21 seconds to go in the opening frame. Prowlers with 3 unanswered goals, all in the second period. Lead 3-1. Shots are 29-22 in favor of Port Huron. Right circle draw to the left of McCullum. Prowlers win. A shot right off the draw. Skitters wide left. Johnson pinches from the left point. Sauces down low. Centering pass. Johnson dropping wrist shot. Glove save by McCullum. Johnson laid it off for Joel Frazee, who was parked right in between the circles. He let it fly. Snagged by McCullum, who makes his 27th save. Left circle draw, hat-trick zone. Prowlers have commanded the opening minute plus. Port Huron wins another face-off, but they lose possession. Pamelayan darts on left wing, far boards, shoots in, ramped off the stick of the goaltender Cooper and into the netting, so another stoppage. Very choppy start to this third period. Hat-Tricks trying to find their groove yet again. They've scored 7 goals in back-to-back games. They've scored 5 or more goals in 7 consecutive. That the length of their win streak. They have just one here. They win the face-off shot, stopped by Cooper. Free puck in the slot into the equipment of Robinson. He's fended off by Fellstrom. And the Prowlers navigate from right to left. Millette just a step inside the blue line on the right side. Feathers in. Gonzalez steals for the Hat-Tricks. Wobbling puck near the blue line. Pamelayan taps it out to center ice. Takes a hit in the process. Graham tips it up and over the glass. Becomes a souvenir. Not even 2 minutes in to this third period. Danbury looking for some rhythm offensively. Reed Cooper has been strong in the Prowlers' net. Near dot face-off just outside the Hat-Tricks end. Wick possesses for the Hat-Tricks. Bussell the lead. Hunt was tripped up at neutral ice. We play on. Bussell zigzags in. On left wing. Tried a backhand shot. Pitchforked off his stick by LaBelle. Free puck at the far corner. It squirts for Frazee. Left point, Heinzel. Wrist shot redirected on. Pops in the air in the slot. Kicked away by Bedard. Hat-Tricks can't clear. Frazee shoved from behind. Federally right point. Flutters one into the catching mitt of McCullum. And he holds it. Prowlers have stymied this Hat-Tricks offense, which, as we mentioned, is averaging 4.3 goals per game, the second most total goals in the league this season, just behind the Binghamton Black Bears. But they've been hemmed in their own zone to start this third period. Far circle draw. Anderson comes away with it for the Hat-Tricks. Outlet for Ratcliffe, hopped his stick, a race for it, and it looked like Woolley had beaten Johnson, but tie goes to the defending team in that situation. So Johnson gets the icing call. Face off back in the Hat-Trick zone. 2:31 into this third period. Hat-Tricks down by 2. They win another face-off, this time at the left circle. It's rimmed around to the far side. Woolley slips it for Anderson. Charging in on the left side. Dangling, shoots, and a kick save. Rebound. All goes all the way through the crease. Picked up at the right point. And then Graham, sidestepping a check, works his way into the Hat-Trick zone. Hullaby down to a knee. Angles for Pamelayan at center. Leads Woolley on right wing into the O-zone. Woolley across. Deflected pass. Plops down far side of the ice. Millette outnumbered over the center ice logo to the near side. He'll shovel in. Mo Valley looking for Bedard. Pass was intercepted. Loose puck. Half wall near side. 3 orange jerseys in the area. Pamelayan corrals. Banks it back for Bedard, and the lead is for Hullaby. He's shoved to the ice by Heinzel. Another wrestling match. Hullaby and Heinzel still pushing each other. Hat-Trick shoot the puck down the ice, and another icing on Danbury. Doug Latuca with you above the ice surface at McMorran Arena. A 3-1 Prowlers lead about 4 minutes into this period. Off the draw, a wrist shot deflected. And it is lifted out to center ice and sent right back into the Hat-Trick zone by Federley, and a whistle. It was either an offside on Port Huron or they called an icing if Federley did not get the red line, and that is the call. So the Prowlers cannot change the face-off to the left circle Port Huron zone. 3:56 melted off this third period clock. Danbury desperate for a goal here, down 2. Van Durken wins the draw. Slap shot, Vasiliev blocked. Hit his own man, Hunt. Van Durken feathers down low. James for the Prowlers, angles for Federley at center ice. It's intercepted by Vasiliev. Will chug the legs, find Hunt on left wing. Hunt guarding the puck, smeared along the end boards, tied up in his skates. They battle to a side below the goal line. Millette on the outer ring, waiting for that free puck. Vasiliev was knocked down. Then Felmstrom fell to the ice. Hat-Tricks take possession. Wick around the kick plate to the near side. Gonzalez pinches, he leaves it for Van Durken. At the right circle, Van Durken cuts middle, couldn't get the shot off. He had his stick lifted at the last moment. There goes Millette from right to left, storming in. Right wing, Millette to the backhand. Shot saved by McCullum. Rebound free in the high slot, poke to Gonzalez. He'll navigate through center, outnumbered. One hands it ahead. Millette tripped up Gonzalez, nothing called. Free puck near side, Anderson. Through him for Ratcliffe in his 100th FPHL game. To the right point, Bedard lost the handle. There goes Frazee. Off to the races. Frazee was defended nicely by Bedard, who got on the back check and swept it away from him. LaBelle gains the line. Offside, Hat-Tricks. Danbury argues the call, but the whistle blows. 5:33 gone by. In the third period, Hat-Tricks still trailing by 2 to the Prowlers here in Michigan.
When legal matters arise, trust Chipman, Mizuko, and Emerson. Expert legal guidance for businesses and individuals. Your case matters. Let us help you with personalized professional service. Keep your car running smoothly with Dowler Garage. From maintenance to repairs, trust our experts to get the job done right. Visit Dowler Garage in New Preston today. Service you can depend on. When disaster strikes, Paul Davis is here to help. From fire and water damage to mold removal, we provide fast and reliable restoration services. Paul Davis, restoring your peace of mind. Need tickets? TicketSmarter makes it easy to find and buy tickets for concert, sports, and more. Visit TicketSmarter.com today and get the best seats in the house. Frustrated with your business's sluggish tech? Advanced Computer Technologies is here to help. From IT solutions to cybersecurity, we've got you covered. Call us today and keep your business tech on track towards the future.
Early stages, third period, 14:27 left. 3-1 Prowlers in front of the Hat-Tricks on a Saturday night from McMorran Arena in downtown Port Huron, Michigan. Doug Latuca with you. Prowlers with 3 unanswered goals in the second period. Lead it by 2. Hat-Tricks haven't scored since the closing seconds of period 1. Face off at the far dot near the Prowlers' end. Port Huron takes possession, but an outlet pass was taken away by Robinson. At the blue line, it's flipped in. LaBelle's outlet for Hullaby. He'll tap it, get there first, swing it for Robinson, left corner. Centering try for Pamelayan. It was intercepted by Federley. The lead to the far side, Lockney. He'll shoot in. McCullum comes out of the net. He'll wheel it up the far side, just out of the reach of Robinson. Parsons collides with his own teammate. Airborne puck batted off the bounce by LaBelle. Got clogged up in the equipment of Robinson. Pinballs around. Hullaby with it, 1-on-2 into the O-zone. He drags, shoots, blocked by a kneeling Bussell. He was tied up behind the Prowlers' net. Bussell zips through center. Hunt took it away. Hunt, skate to stick, pass intercepted, looking for the streaking Gonzalez. Other way, Millette, left circle O-zone, drags around Mo Valley. Millette, the righty on his backhand, pressured by Van Durken. Bouncing puck, glove down Parsons, right point. He'll shoot in deep. Bussell, leaving for James. Return for Bussell, low left. And tried to connect with James again, and Gonzalez takes it for the Hat-Tricks. Over the red line. Pounds it in to the near side. Again, a loose puck. Heinzel carries away, then lost it. Vasiliev and Heinzel collide. Nearly ran into the goaltender, Reed Cooper. Puck at the right point. Prowlers end. Federally across for Stiles. Trampolined off his stick. And Gonzalez leaving for Hunt. Out to center ice. But the Prowlers right back in. Frazee denied. Johnson shoots, tipped out of play. And a whistle.
Put your hands up in the air, 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 put your hands up in the air.
Shots 30-25 favoring the Prowlers. Yesterday, the Hat-Tricks dominated the third period, scored 5 unanswered goals. So far, nothing on the board here in period 3. They haven't scored since 1939 of the first. It was LaBelle who controls off the draw. Woolley sauces ahead, intercepted. Puck at the red line. Vacuumed in by LaBelle. He backtracks in his zone, D to D to the near side, Bedard. He'll lug through center. Pass ahead for Anderson. Handcuffed him. And Danbury reorganizes. Connor Woolley. Outlet pass. Tipped by a Prowler. And then sauced into the Port Huron bench. So another halt of action. And Prowlers have done a nice job defensively, clogging up the neutral zone. Hat-Tricks have not had much success gaining the zone, and when they shoot it in, Prowlers seem to get to every puck, and they clear the zone quite easily. Off the draw, LaBelle claps one in from center. It's snared by Cooper, and that sets up an offensive zone face-off for the Hat-Tricks. Danbury still without Johnny Ruiz and Chase Harwell. We could throw Billy Berry in there as well. So 3 important offensive pieces for Danbury. Harwell, before he exited the lineup, led Danbury in points. And Ruiz is Mr. Danbury, as we've come to know, over his illustrious Hat-Tricks career. Both dealing with some injuries. Hat-Tricks hoping they have him back next weekend for 3 games, 2 in Watertown and 1 at home against the Prowlers. Off the face-off, Hullaby wrestles down Lockhart. Loose puck below the goal line. Centering try, taken away by Luke James for the Prowlers. Hullaby intercepts, and then it's whacked back into the Hat-Tricks end. Bedard on right wing for Hullaby. Got a piece, icing waved off. Also important to mention, those game misconducts, reasons why we have not seen Vadim Frolov or Jordan Popoff. I was correct when I overheard the PA. It was a game misconduct on both of those players, so Danbury down 2 skaters, and that occurred early in the second. We approach the midway point of the third period. Danbury trailing by 2. Interception at center. Federally. Ring of the right circle, outnumbered. He'll flutter it back behind the net. Springs off the end boards. Vasiliev jabs it out to center. Federally pressured. Passes for Graham. Millette gains the line. He's crushed by Hunt just inside the blue line. Bedard circles back. And now a fight right near the Hat-Tricks bench. It's Graham and Hunt. Hunt smashes Graham up against the boards. They're locked up. Graham trying to get free. Hunt's helmet is off. A couple of lefts from each player. And the refs thinking about stepping in. 2 uppercuts from Graham, and that's it for the fight. 3-1 game, 10-10 to play in the third period. Graham and Hunt both to the box, 5 minutes for fighting. That, the third fight of the game. It was that post-whistle altercation at 6:33 of the second period. That Frolov and Graham fight. And also you had Popov and Frolov both assessed game misconducts for continuing an altercation. So the Hat-Tricks without their big body D-man in Popov and arguably their hottest player in Frolov in a time where they need goals. 5-on-5 face-off near dot outside the Hat-Tricks end. Danbury wins the face-off. They lose possession of the puck. It's free at center. LaBelle finds Pamelayan Engels off the far side boards for Hullaby. He goes crashing into the boards. Prowlers fire the puck down and turns into an icing on Port Huron. We've hit another media timeout here at McMorran Arena. Time not on the Hat-Trick side. They're down by 2 with under 10 minutes to go in the third period. Right here on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
Craving that perfect thin crust pizza? Head to Van's Bar Style Pizza in Danbury. Enjoy delicious, crispy edge bar style pizza and have some fun in our arcade while you're here. Great food and entertainment for the whole family, only at Van's Bar Style Pizza in Danbury. Looking for your next ride? Orchard Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Hudson has you covered. With a wide selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, plus unbeatable deals, Orchard CDJR is your one-stop shop for all things automotive. Visit Orchard Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in Hudson today, where great cars meet great service. Diversified Printing Solutions in Danbury is the Hat-Trick's official printing partner. You want it printed? Call Tina and let them get it inked up for you. DPS Printing Solutions. They can do it all. Locally owned, printed on paper from Connecticut trees. Upgrade your home with Buzz 8 Appliance, offering the latest in appliances with expert service and unbeatable prices. Visit us today or shop online. Buzz 8 Appliance, your local home solution.
We welcome you back inside McMorran Arena, downtown Port Huron, Michigan. Hat-Tricks trailing the Prowlers 3-1, 9:46 remaining in regulation. Face-off in the O-zone far circle. Van Durken wins. The pass is for Gonzalez, high slot. Van Durken tried to go forehand, backhand. Puck poke checked off his stick. Frazee from right to left. Left circle, shoots, save by McCullum. Puck plops down, and Hullaby vacuums in for the Hat-Tricks. He'll drop off Van Durken, right point. Centering pass, and Hullaby tried to slide it towards goal. Vasiliev and Hullaby in the far side corner. It's Vasiliev leaving for Van Durken. Backhand shot, deflects wide. Rebound, tapped on goal, and a blocker save by Cooper. Clear attempt kept in left point. Vasiliev spinning, double teamed, throws middle, and the Prowlers take it away, but give it up in the high slot. Millette comes to the rescue, swats it off the far side boards, and then carries into the Prowlers' end. Under 9 minutes to go, third period. Hat-Tricks need 2 to tie. Heinzel chips, tried to chase up the near side. Bedard took it away. Anderson sidesteps a check. Puck near the blue line. Anderson weaves into the zone. Ratcliffe, left point. He'll pound it below the goal line. Lockhart pressured. Puck pops in the air, then gets whacked down the ice. A foot race, and the Prowlers win it. A centering pass was fanned on. Lockney threw it into the middle, and Bussell fanned on the one-timer. Puck is shot in from center ice, and McCullum gets the whistle. Danbury in a dogfight here. Need a goal desperately. Trying to keep their win streak alive. Currently at 7, a season high. Franchise record 11 games. They're also on a 10-game point streak, 28 of a possible 30. Their all-time high is 32 points. Hat-tricks ice the puck, and face-off returns in the hat-trick zone. The all-time win streak and point streak occurred during the same span, from November 22nd to December 21st of the Hat-Trick's inaugural season in 2019. 11 wins, 32 points. Right now the Hat-Tricks have 7 victories and 28 points. All their wins have been in regulation. Off the draw, the puck batted wide by Bussell. He pounces on it below the goal line. Give and go, he and Millette. Bussell spins off a check, the righty on his forehand, feathers one over the stick of Lockney. Hullaby charges after it for the Hat-Tricks, and it's LaBelle far side. The lead for Robinson, he'll tip it in, go after it. Chasing after Lockhart. It's cranked off the near side glass. Wick steps over the red line, filters in. 7.5 minutes to go in this third period. Hat-Tricks down by 2. Cooper out of the net. Gives off for Bussell, takes a hit from Woolley. Van Durken overskates, and the outlet Millette on right wing far boards. He gets leveled by Wick, who darts up the middle of the ice, shoots in on goal, and Cooper scoops it for the whistle. Shots are 31-28 Prowlers. Hat-Trick's only goal came in the first period at 13:39. Yes, 21 seconds left. It was LaBelle from the point. They've surrendered 3 unanswered goals, all coming in that second period. Nothing here in the third. The Prowlers have clamped down on D. An O-zone draw for Danbury. Anderson wins it back. The shot tips up in the air. It spits to the far corner. Coming over Parsons for the Prowlers. Witt keeps it with the glove, but it's helped all the way down the ice. A race and icing called. Again, another neck and neck foot race. And the Hat-Tricks win that one, and it sets up face off at the right circle. Prowlers end. LaBelle is talking with the referee. They might be putting some more time up on the clock. Hat-Tricks have Hullaby, Anderson, and Robinson, with Bedard and LaBelle on the back end. Now LaBelle is looking over at the Prowlers bench. He might have seen a player or two hop off the ice, but on an icing, you can't make a change. So they might go back and pick some Prowlers off the bench.
Jersey tickets out at the next stoppage in play. Sarah is going to announce tonight's winner.
Hat-Tricks with just 7 minutes to work with here in the third period, and they need 2 goals. Referees come over to explain the situation to the Hat-Tricks bench coach and general manager Matt Voidy. Now this definitely benefits the Prowlers, who were prohibited from changing because of the icing. Looks like we're ready to drop the puck. Right circle draw. It's rimmed around by the Prowlers, out to center ice. LaBelle locates Robinson, right wing, red line. Shoots in. Anderson for Hullaby, waiting. Backhand pass, trickles on goal. A whistle, a bit premature as the puck was free on the stick of Anderson. But they give the benefit of the doubt to the Prowlers. And Hat-Tricks will set up for this defensive zone, this offensive zone faceoff.
7-2-1. Johnny's jersey winning ticket number is 8-3-6-7-2-1.
Time running out on the Hat-Tricks.
Oh, we got a winner, Bobby. Let's go. Nice job.
Left circle draw. Bussell and Anderson. Anderson wins it clean, but it split the defense. Just out of the reach of LaBelle and all the way back into the hat-trick zone. LaBelle spins out of trouble. It's kicked along by Anderson near the blue line. He carries in, shoots wide off the end boards. Robinson looking for the trailer Hullaby. Taken in by Heinzel for the Prowlers. Banks off the near boards, picked off Bedard. Sliding middle for Robinson. Too far in front. Robinson colliding with Lockhart. Ratcliffe tried to keep Movalli, chops at it. Play still onside. Prowlers work it out to center. Millette in the high slot. Passes to the far side. Wrist shot, glove save. Rebound is underneath McCullum. He's got it. It was a bullet from the right circle. Millette gave off to Lockney at the right circle, who let it go. McCullum grabbed it with the glove. It fell down underneath him, and then there was some poking and prying at it. Remains 3-1, 5:47, the reading on the clock in the third period. Hat-Tricks looking for just their second comeback when trailing heading into the third period this season. They need 2 goals in under 6 minutes. Prowlers operating in the offensive zone. Stiles dropping for Federley directly behind the net. Federley peeks out in front. Shot. Left pad save McCullum. Out to the point. A blast blocked. Stiles for Thelstrom. Passes for Johnson, who wheels in below the goal line. James spinning, shouldered by Bedard. Movalli, the outlet for Vasiliev on left wing. Shoots it into the near side corner. Icing waved off. Ratcliffe there for the Hat-Tricks. He curls it in for Van Durken. Thelstrom wins. Outlets Federley. Near side Stiles in the offensive zone. Wrist shot blocked by Bedard. Under 5 minutes to go. Third period, 3-1 Prowlers. Hat-Tricks without Jordan Popoff and Vadim Frolov both assess game misconducts in the second period. Right point Bedard, shot never got through. Bedard keeps it in. Passes for Pamelayan through his skate. Heinzel lifts it off the glass, out of play. The question is, did it deflect or go straight out? They say it did nick off the glass, so no delay of game penalty. With just 4:32 remaining in the final frame of regulation, and the Hat-Tricks trailing by 2 here on the Hat-Tricks Digital Network.
Craving breakfast all day? Come to IHOP for pancakes, omelets, and more any time of the day. Visit your local IHOP today, because breakfast is always a good idea. Kick back and relax with a cold beer from Housatonic River Brewing. Craft brews made locally with love. Visit our tap room today. Housatonic River Brewing, where great beer meets great company. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Ready for your dream getaway? Let Dream Vacations plan the perfect trip for you. From cruises to tropical resorts, we make travel easy. Call today and start packing for your dream vacation. Start your morning right with Grounds Donut House. Delicious donuts, fresh coffee, and local charm. Visit us today for a sweet start to your day. Grounds Donut House, where every bite is a delight. Products available at the Danbury Ice Arena. Need quality dental care? Aspen Dental makes it easy to get the smile you deserve. Affordable, reliable, and convenient. Call now to schedule your appointment at Aspen Dental, where we bring smiles to life.
Well, it's go time for the Danbury Hat-Tricks, who trail the Port Huron Prowlers 3-1 in the final game of this weekend set. Hat-Tricks victorious yesterday 7-2 on the backs of 5 unanswered third period goals. Tonight, their only goal coming in the first period with 21 seconds remaining. Prowlers have rattled off 3 consecutive goals, all in the second. Nothing here in the third. Shots are 34-29 Prowlers. Hat-Tricks win an O-zone draw. LaBelle's shot goes wide right. Bedard at the right point, backhand bid, blocked down, kept in at the blue line. It's Robinson, dancing, free puck, Hullaby to the net, kicks on goal, Cooper gloves it. Near the left post. A couple tries at it for both Robinson and Hullaby, and Cooper stands his ground. Hat-Tricks lead the season series 3-0. They're on a 7-game win streak and a 10-game point stretch. In jeopardy here. Left circle draw, punched out to the left point. LaBelle shoots, redirects wide to the right corner. Loose puck, shovel to the far side. Robinson for the Hat-Tricks. Crunched by Bussell, available puck. Hamalayan wins the battle, over skates. Prowlers take possession and loft it through center. Bedard being chased after by Johnson, ties up his stick and wheels it around. Bussell will jab it into the near side corner. Bedard turned back. Go D to D to the far side, LaBelle. 3.5 minutes left. Third period, 2-goal game. LaBelle dances in left side. He centers, redirected, right corner Vasiliev. He'll throw it across the ice. LaBelle, outer ring left circle into the middle. Van Durken shoots, saved by Cooper. Lockhart in the far corner, tries to clear, he's successful. The lead is for Lockney. Bedard swoops in to knock it away. We'll chop it out to center. Vasiliev for the Hat-Tricks. Hunt ahead for Van Durken. Prowlers steal it. Less than 3 minutes remaining in regulation. Van Durken to the near side. Gonzalez at center. Drops off Van Durken. Lead up the left wing for Wick. Turn back. Van Durken gains the line. Shoots, saved, juggled, and covered. Hat-Tricks just have not had the touch tonight. A team that has scored 5 or more goals in 7 straight games. Timeout, Hat-Tricks. It's felt like a grind for this Hat-Tricks team, and the turning point was really in that second period. About 6.5 minutes in, we saw the initial fight with Frolov and Graham. Then you had a couple of other altercations, and in the end, it resulted in Jordan Popoff and Vadim Frolov being tossed from the game for Danbury. Ben Brockway was also eliminated on the Port Huron side. A game that we've seen 3 fights. Chippy carryover from last night's 7-2 pummeling from the Hat-Tricks, ignited by their outstanding third period. Hat-Tricks are going for it right here. The net is empty. 6 skaters on. Van Durken, Robinson, Hullaby, Gonzalez, Ratcliffe, and LaBelle. Ratcliffe is at the left point. Gonzalez at the left side of the circle. Hat-tricks need 2 goals to tie. They have 2.5 minutes to do it. Prowlers win the draw and clear the zone. Ratcliffe retrieves for Danbury. Around the net he goes. Loses Millette, who retreats. Ratcliffe with time ticking. Headman for LaBelle on left wing. He shoots in. Robinson goes after it. Knocks down Heinzel. Pass to the back. Ratcliffe walks the line towards the middle. Gives off Van Durken right point. Back for Ratcliffe. Touched along LaBelle left side. Low left Gonzalez. Wheels it around the kick plate to the right corner. Van Durken shielding. Pass to the right point. Ratcliffe. He has it poke checked off his stick. There goes Graham. Robinson getting back the shot. Score. Empty net goal. Matt Graham. The lead is 3, 4-1 Prowlers with 1:46 to go. Prowlers have 8 players on the ice. Now 3 of them leave. 5-on-5, McCullum is back in the goal. So this one all but over. 4-1 Port Huron. Puck is lofted through center towards the Prowlers' end. Chopped out by Woolley. Wick bats it. James gloves it down. Bussell right wing drops for James. Return Bussell around the net near side. Angles off the left boards. Taken away. Woolley. Shot. Score! Oh, it got through Cooper. Connor Woolley has beaten Reed Cooper again, just as he did in November in Cooper's debut. The deficit is back to 2. And for the second consecutive night, we've got somewhat of an awkward goal. Yesterday, it was the equalizer late in the second period. Frazee off the end boards. It wasn't even him who shot it. It was Jonathan Wick of the hat-tricks. It sprung off the backboards and in, and this one, just a shot from the blue line that squeaks through. McCullum goes to the bench in a 2-goal game. Van Durken centers, pops in the air, Hunt in the far corner. Stapled to the glass by Johnson. They jockey for it. Under a minute to go in a 2-goal game. Ratcliffe kicks it free. Pass to the back, LaBelle. It leaked out of the zone. It was elevated and had a little bit of heat on it. LaBelle tried to kick it with the left skate, but it crossed over the line. Chris Hunt with the assist, his first point as a hat-trick. Woolley with his 8th goal of the year. And his 4th against the Prowlers in 4 games this season. Face off at the far dot outside the Prowlers' end. Hat-tricks establish the zone. McCullum is in the net. Puck is back out to center. Gonzalez fending off a check. Tie up in front of the Prowlers bench with 30 seconds. 2-goal game. Loose puck, far boards. Lockhart out to center. Van Durken storms back in left wing with 20. He shoots, saved by Cooper. McCullum to the bench. Only 15 seconds to work with. Gonzalez, center point, LaBelle. Wrist shot blocked. Swatted out to center. Final 10 seconds will tick off. And the hat-trick's 7-game win streak ends right there. Prowlers put up a 3-spot in the second period. Added a 4th goal with the empty net. And they snapped the hat-trick's win streak. And split the weekend set. Oh, and it looks like after the horn had sounded, somebody had taken a goalie stick, and there goes Mo Valley punching at the glass. He is heated. Somebody took, I believe, the backup stick of Connor McCullum. Or maybe it was Frankie McClendon's stick. It was a goalie stick. A fan had grabbed it off the bench, passing by. And that's how the night ends. For the Hat-Tricks, a bunch of streaks snapped tonight. Danbury's win streak ends at 7. Their point streak at 10 games. And they've lost their first road game.
And once again, let's give it up for your Port Huron.
In quite some time, they'd won 3 in a row on the road. It's their first road loss since January 24th against Watertown, and in that game they picked up a point. 5-4 shootout loss. Shots finish up 35-34. Prowlers in the lead there, and they win the game 4-2. A game where the Hat-Tricks really never got going. Prowlers defended well in front of Reed Cooper. It got physical, especially in the second period. It benefited the Prowlers. They took the momentum and took the game. Well, folks, the Hat-Tricks split the weekend set with Port Huron. And regardless of any results tonight, the Hat-Tricks are still in second place in the Empire Division. Danbury back in action next weekend. 2 road games on Friday and Sunday. Those are both in Watertown. But Saturday night, home against these same Prowlers as the rivalry continues and the push for the playoffs rolls on. And I'm assuming that one will be chippy as well. It's a big night in terms of promotions. Teachers Appreciation Night. We've got New Milford Night. And of course, be sure to look at our auctions and whatever else we have going on. Check it out at danburyhattricks.com. New Milford Night is the 28th. Apologies there. The 22nd, Hat-Tricks and Prowlers will do it again. We have the call of Saturday night's game. Unfortunately, we're not on the air Friday nor Sunday. You can catch the game at Wolves TV with Jeff Barrett on the call, the voice of the Watertown Wolves. The link and all the other information for how to watch that game will be provided through Hat-Trick social media, our newsletter, and on the website. But we will talk again on Saturday. Hat-Tricks and Prowlers, 7 o'clock puck drop. So Danbury falls to the Prowlers for the first time this season and just the second time ever in regulation. Coming into the night, the Hat-Tricks were 17-1-3. And tonight, they lose in regulation 4-2, with the Prowlers burying 3 straight goals in the second period and holding off any thoughts of a Hat-Tricks comeback in that third period. The goal scorers for Danbury, LaBelle at 19:39 of the first. Woolley got a cheapie at 18:46 that snuck through Cooper. That was when the game was already 4-1 Port Huron. The 4 unanswered goals were Millette at 4:07 of the second, Lockney at 18:16, and then Federley at 19:35. Graham scored the empty net goal at 18:14. He also had 2 fights in the game, and he takes home the first star of the night. All right, that just about does it for us here at McMorran Arena in downtown Port Huron, Michigan. Hoping that we can get home safely with the blizzard outside. Hat-Tricks will return home for a week of practice and then head up to Watertown for Friday night's coverage. You can catch it on Wolves TV. And we will talk again on Saturday night, 7 o'clock puck drop. These two teams doing it again. To everyone working hard behind the scenes, Wyatt Kopelman putting in the long and hard hours, punching away and making the Hat-Tricks game feed as clean as possible. I'm Doug Latuca saying have a great rest of your night, Hat-Tricks fans. Danbury falls 4-2 to the Prowlers. We will talk again on Saturday. Hat-Tricks back in action on Friday in Watertown. Good night, everyone.